Get dangerous. Get dangerous. Shameless. Basic. Shameless. Get dangerous. That's my.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday. Good to see everybody here. Stream 1 of 2 on our Thursday afternoon. We're going to pretend that the pilots are already boarded. Reggie, good to see you, man. Greg, good to see you. JJ, welcome back. Kango, good to see you. Quinton, welcome. SF Aviation, good to see you. Ken LeMay is here. Quick Match is here. Greg Jackson, good to see you. Skyworker's here. Good to see you, my friend. Bomb Tech's here. Nikolai, good to see you. Lee Russell, welcome back, man. Steve Arrow's here. Joe, good to see you. Jacob, good to see you. Captain Will is here. Good to see you, man. Yukfu, congratulations on surpassing some Flight Sim streamers that have been doing this for a very long time as well, Will. Channel is still blowing up, man. Congrats, dude. Cameron, celebrating 17 months. Appreciate you, man. Says, hey, Cap, good to see you, Cameron. Welcome back. Cameron Danks, good to see you. Nikima, welcome. FRA Avgeek, good to see you. Steve Nolte, welcome back. Mike Jones, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Captain Howdy, welcome. Jugal Stoomp, good to see you. Steven Solari, welcome back, man. Matan, good to see you. Mark is here, welcome back, my friend. Steve Arrow's here, 29 months. Thanks so much, Steve. Appreciate you, man. Incredibly kind. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Double dip day it is, but we're doing, as promised, Cities and Skylines, or Cities Skylines, not Cities and Skylines, City Skylines tonight. So that's going to be fun. We're going to hopefully build the best city that we've ever seen. Probably not, but we're going to attempt to, at least. Jacobus, good to see you. Yukfu, good to see you. Plain Crazy Mikey, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Diamond Mike is here. Good to see you, dude. Vide Fortuna, welcome back. Leonard Grant, good to see you, dude. J.R. Jackson, good to see you. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks so much for coming and hang out today. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Back on the Pilotedge network. It's been, I feel like it's been a couple months since we've been on the Pilotedge network. So very excited to be here. Very excited to do some Pilotedge flights this afternoon. As promised, I said that I wanted to kind of visit some airports that we don't necessarily visit all that much this week. So number 1 on the docket today is going to be Long Beach. I honestly can't tell you the last time we were in Long Beach. I'm pretty sure it was in the X-Plane days. So we're going back at least 2 years ago since the last time we were here in Long Beach. So it should be a lot of fun. Cool little airport, just situated just outside of like downtown Los Angeles. If we actually look at the charts, there you go. So there's LAX, there's us, Long Beach. So you can see we're pretty close. Patek, Mopar Dude, Dan, and Chris and myself, we were down here at the Port of Los Angeles. Right down here, I think, is where we actually were. So it's pretty cool. We were actually really close to this November for World Flight. So sweet little airport, cool little airport, a lot of Southwest stops. I think they do a lot of cargo out of here as well because of the whole shipping situation that's going on over here. Huge port. If you've never seen this port, I was literally flabbergasted when we were driving by. It's absolutely incredible.
How are you? I'm doing good.
We are looking good. Yavuz, huge no floaties to you, my friend. Welcome back. Thank you very, very much for support, dude. Incredibly kind. Welcome back to business class, my amigo. Thank you, dude. Leonard, good to see you, man. What are we doing? Okay, I think I got everybody. Remy, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope all is well. Let's jump inside the aircraft. We're already boarding. So let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. This is one of those very rare instances, chat, where we actually board using both doors directly out of the terminal. I almost feel like we're in Europe or something like that. Pretty crazy, right? There's our gate right there, gate 6. You can see the passengers walking out the door, and they're walking right up to the aircraft. So it's pretty cool. I didn't know that Long Beach was like this, to be honest with you. I had no clue that this is how operations worked here at Long Beach, so it's really cool to be able to do this one. So without further ado, let's jump inside the aircraft. We'll get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll. Looking at just over an hour over to Sacramento because of the winds. We're going to be dealing with a lot of winds out of the north, so it's going to be crazy. So pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and head upstairs. First thing is first, we're going to go ahead and get the battery switch to the on position. Good. We'll get our emergency exits armed, and we'll get the ground power to the on position as well. It's going to bring life to the aircraft. Beautiful. Let's go and get some panel brightness up here like that. Keith is happy. Mr. Citation Max. Is that you right here? I finally fixed my model matching too. I think that that's Mr. Citation Max in his beautiful Delta A320. I believe that that's him. I finally fixed the model matching. I wasn't getting any model matching on Pilot. Oh, that's not you? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I thought that was you. But I finally fixed my model matching with Pilotedge. I don't know what was going on with it, but I figured out what was going on, and we're looks like we have model matching again, so that's good. Let's go ahead and head all the way up top. Let's get our IRS set to the nav and nav position. Beautiful. We'll continue our flows. Everything looks good up there. We'll get the forward fuel pump on. We'll continue down here. Richard's World, welcome back into business class, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you very much for support. I appreciate you, man. Keith is happy. Hey, Gav, are we going to be seeing more delays on aircraft to 2024? Well, did you see what happened with Aerosoft? They completely backpedaled, and they said, oh, no, sorry, that was a miscommunication. We actually do plan on releasing the aircraft for Microsoft 2020 and Microsoft 2024. So, yeah, they've gone back. Can you use FSLTL on Pilotedge? You can, Cameron. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yes, I'm using FSLTL model matching while I'm on Pilotedge. Yeah. Yeah, Aerosoft came out and said, oh, it was a misinterpretation of the translation into English or something like that. It's like, come on, guys. You've fucking been in the industry for 20, 25 years. Like, you're gonna tell me you make a post, and then after all the criticism and backlash, you come back a couple days later and go, oh, no, so sorry. Misinterpretation. No, we do plan on releasing the aircraft. Yeah, okay. I think what happened is Aerosoft saw the backlash from the community, and they realized, oh boy, we're going to be dead in the water if this releases for 2024. Or they caught wind of some other project that's happening for Microsoft 2024, and they were like, shit, we're going to get absolutely nailed on this one. So anyways, again, just I feel like it's a comedy show over there at Aerosoft. I don't think they really know what's going on, to be honest with you, and I think their actions speak louder than words at a lot of times. Very famous saying, but yeah, it just shambles over there at Aerosoft, man. Just shambles. I don't think they know left and right. Any update on the Phoenix? None. And we're approaching the end of January. On January 1st, they said, oh, hey guys, we're weeks away, not months away. So I have no clue, Max, dude. I have no clue. There's been no word from them, no update from them, nothing. So hopefully that means that they're hard at work, but again, at this point, dude, I don't know. I feel like we can't trust anything that we're being told at this point, man. I feel like it's all just to keep the bait, keep everybody, keep Phoenix in the, everybody's minds and stuff. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Is GSX Pro worth the money? In my opinion, yes. It depends, though. Are you the type of person that loads into the simulator and just wants to go? You don't want to do the boarding and deboarding process and stuff like that? If you're one of those, I would say it's probably not worth it. But if you do enjoy the visual aspect and kind of like the added realism, if you will, of having passengers and the whole deboarding and boarding process and stuff like that, I think that you would enjoy it. That's kind of how I look at it. Yeah. Phoenix could be going dark and dropping planes out of nowhere. Well, that's what they are going to do, 100%. I don't think we're going to get like a formal announcement from them saying anything, to be honest with you. Cool. First things first, let's go over to our electronic flight bag. We're going to go and do our request data from SimBrief. Beautiful. We are Southwest 1457. We're going over from Long Beach to Yes, SMF. Why am I drawing a blank of where we're going? Where the hell are we going again, chat? We're going to... yes, no problem. It'll come to my brain. Sorry, it's Thursday. It's my Monday, chat. Please be kind to me. Sacramento. Yeah, I knew that the whole time. Sacramento, that's where we're going, chat. Let's go over back to the... home tab. Good. We'll come down here to the FMC. Gonna go to the FMC tab. We're gonna go to our pause in it. We're sitting on the ground here in Long Beach, KLGB. Let's throw that into our reference airport. We'll go to next page. We'll grab our left GPS. We'll scroll back one page. We'll set our IRS position. Good. We'll go to our route tab. Now with the beautiful SimBrief integration update for this aircraft, we just have to do flight plan request. You just hit it and there you go, there's our route. So SimBrief route LGB to SMF, that's the one we want. We'll select that. We're going to set our payload of the aircraft. You can see SimBrief payload set, and then we're going to set our fuel. You can see it says SimBrief block fuel set. Good. We can clear those out. We can go to select route. We give that about 10 seconds now. It's going to go through its stuff. It's going to pull all the data in. Seems like it's been a while since you did Pilotedge. It has been, Evan. Yeah, I feel like it's been probably a couple months, man. I have an annual subscription to Pilotedge. There's been almost like the owner of Pilotedge isn't so hands-on anymore, so it's been a little bit difficult communication-wise. They have agreed to sponsor my channel again for another year. Basically, I showcase Pilotedge and what it has to offer, and in return, I get a year subscription. Haven't heard back from them, so we just went and, so we're going to load our route. There you go, route uplink loading. We just went and bought a membership at Pilotedge. You know what? I love this network. I've been flying on this network, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years now. So I have no problem paying for the network and enjoying all of the features that it offers. I think more people, as we kind of... as newer pilots get into Microsoft Flight Sim and they want to experience maybe a little bit better ATC or more professional ATC, if you will, I don't even know what you can call it, then I'm happy to show what Pilotedge can offer. So, yeah. I'm liking the frame gem, but not liking the flickering. I haven't really had any flickering, knock on wood, thankfully. Yeah, James, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Can't wait for the Phoenix 319. I think I'm a little bit more excited for the 321 just because I love the 321, and I love the thought of Phoenix also updating the A321 to make it a Neo. So I love the fact of an A321. I think I'm a little bit more excited for the 321. I don't mind a 319. I've always had, I mean, in the X-Plane world, that was the first aircraft TOLUS ever released. So I've had a 319 for probably 7, 8 years now that I've had access to. So I would much rather a 321, as all TOLUS has a 321 as well, but it came out a little bit after the 319 and stuff. So the 319 is cool. Yeah, I do agree. I don't think that Aerosoft even deserves support anymore when they drop it. I don't feel like buying it, and maybe wait for the Innie builds to make one, because theirs would be way better. Yeah, I don't know where everybody's coming off with this Innie builds is making an A330. Listen, I would be honest with you, Chad, I have no clue. Yeah. Amir today on Discord said it's coming in a few weeks. Yeah, exactly. Like, listen, dude, they also said that 3.5 weeks ago, right, Lilo? So I just... At this point, like I said, man, I'm just going to treat it like I treat every other add-on, and I'm just not going to pay attention to it. I've got my blinders on. When it comes out, it comes out. Because honestly, I got to be real with you, man. I'm sick and tired of talking about it. I'm sick and tired of waiting for it. It's just, it becomes just this waiting game where we just don't give a shit anymore, right? And that's what happens. That's what it does. So yeah, Hardcore hinted at Innie builds with an A330 at Microsoft. No, I didn't hint at anything. Well, I was just bringing up conversation. I think there's a difference between, hey guys, something's coming out, and or towards hinting it. What I said was maybe Innie builds is going to make an A330. We don't know, right? I'm just going off of all the information that we saw in the Microsoft 24 trailer, which was, we saw Beluga, right? We saw, or sorry, not the Beluga. What's the Dreamlet? No, what's the one that comes off of the 330? Anyways, we were just talking about what we saw in the trailer and what we think would be, you know, possible. I have no clue, dude. I work with Innie builds. I have a sponsorship with Innie builds, but I don't get privy to that type of information. They cannot tell me what they're developing for Microsoft if that's what they're doing, right? One would think, any logical thinker, if you think we've got 2 airplanes now from Innie builds, from like 3 airplanes really. We've got the Antonov, we've got the A310, we've got the A300 from Innie builds now. So, and the A320 Neo, if you think about it as well, which is coming for Sim Update 15. So we've got 4 airplanes for Microsoft 2020. I think if one was smart, we could put together some pieces and say, well, Innie builds is probably developing some airplanes for Microsoft 2024, but we have no clue what, right? So, yeah. Apparently soon we have a brand new A330neo from Headwind and a proper A330 cockpit with an external model. That is a death sentence to Aerosoft. Yes and no. I'm not disagreeing with you. There is something completely different about a third party, right? I have no issues with the Headwind and all these other mods and stuff like that, but there's always something, it hits a little bit different when you get a third party developer that's actually creating the aircraft. That's just my personal opinion, somebody that's been in the hobby for years and years and years. There are some great freeware projects out there, no doubt, but third-party projects usually hit a little bit harder, man. They're usually a lot more feature-rich. Everything seems to probably work. So, yeah, again, take it how you want, right? I mean, who knows? Who knows? I'd imagine they do the entire Airbus lineup at some point. That'd be cool. Yeah, for sure. That is the latest news. They've been quiet since, what's that? Sorry. Where do I find the Phoenix news? Just went to their Discord, but the latest post I see is from January 1st, 2024. Well, apparently somebody said something, and somebody was saying somebody said something in the Discord today, Amir, which is the owner of the Phoenix group.
Information, Victor.
Let's go ahead and grab our ATIS here in Long Beach. We're going to have to call up for our clearance here soon.
ATIS information, Victor.
Good.
1653 Zulu. Wind 110 at 3. Visibility 6. Mist. Ceiling 500 overcast. Temperature 15. Dew point 13. Altimeter 3015. Arriving in parting runways 26 left, 26 right, 30. ILS runway 30 and RNAV runway 26 right approach and use.
Okay.
Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Victor.
All right, we have ATIS information, Victor, 3015 on the altimeter. Let's go ahead and look up our charts here. We're going to need Long Beach clearance, which is going to be on 1815. So we'll bug that up, 1815. Let's go ahead and get that up, and then we'll go ahead and request our clearance into Sacramento. 11815. Good, we'll give the frequency a little break. Make sure.
18 Echo, left turn then on Bravo.
Sounds like it's Mr. Marcus. Do you know what I also forget, chat? Is I probably did not set my
left turn on Bravo, monitor ground on 160.8.
push to talk. There we go.
503
Push to talk should be set now. Axel Johan celebrating 13 months. Huge enough floaties to you, man. Thank you very, very much for your support. I really do appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Morning, Cap. Are you noticing that performance hits at this airport, Skyline Scenery? I was talking to you about it a few months ago. I don't know. I think it's like somewhat normal. I don't know. I'm not too big of a fan. Ooh, there's a lot of people here today. I'm not too big of a fan when it comes to this scenery. It's okay. I'll show you when we're taxiing around. It's okay. There's definitely some better ones out there, but I can't remember what I paid for the sooner, or even if I paid for it. I think they might have sent it to me, and I'm not sure. But yeah, Phoenix releasing their 319 and 321 in 2027. Hopefully not. The devs really love how Bluebird, Synaptic, Sim, and Majestic keep their projects on the down low, not giving timelines or hyping up. Most devs know which devs should do. I agree with you. Yeah, absolutely.
1710 Long Beach clearance for the Sacramento Capital Airport, top and 4 departure, Castro transition, and it's filed. Columbia City, except maintain 3000. SoCal 128.1, squawk 7271.
Alright, Delta 1710 is cleared to Sacramento, Tom 4, Castro transition, that is filed. Time is get the Sidwell, accept and maintain 3000, departure 128.1, and squawk 7271.
Delta 1710, read back correct. We're 301 Golf X-ray, turn right, heading 170.
All right, we're going to try and get our clearance here in a sec, guys.
301 Golf X-ray.
Pretty busy this morning on the network. Long Beach Church, good morning, Southwest 1457, ATIS information, Victor, IFR 2 Sacramento, please.
Party, that was 1457 Long Beach clearance, cleared to top Sacramento Capital Airport, top and 4 departure, Castro transition, and it's filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 3000. SoCal 128.1, squawk 3350.
Southwest 1457 is cleared into Sacramento, Topham 4, departure Castro, then is filed. Climb to the SID, maintain 3000, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3350. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Marcus.
That was 1457, is that correct? I am, thanks,
All right, cool.
Number 301 Golf
Mr. Marcus
X-ray,
is
6
busy
miles
this
from
morning.
the
Let's go ahead and start plugging in some information down here. We're going to go to our departure page. We're going to go ahead and select the Topman 4 departure with the Castro transition. We're going to expect our departure on the runway 30. I believe that is the longest runway here. So we're going to expect 30 for the departure. That's good. We'll go ahead and execute that. Wonderful. And then let's go to our arrivals here into Sacramento today. Let's have a quick little look-see and see what the weather is doing.
Any suggestions for a YouTube channel name? I was thinking that simp, but the wife said no.
Dimitri, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for support. That's a good one. That simp. I like it. I'd go with that one. Who cares what the wife says? Sleep on the couch for a week. It's worth it. Huge no floaties to you, Dimitri. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Man, crazy weather here today. 6 mile visibility down in Long Beach as well. That's pretty crazy, man. Overcast at 500. Sheesh. Man, it's going to be a crazy day here today. Oh, wait, no, that's Long Beach. Sorry, I wanted SMF. Let's go to SMF. We're going to go to weather. We're going to go to ATIS. We're going to go to Pilotedge. Good. ATIS information, X-ray. Arriving and departing runway 17 left and 17 right. ILS 17 left and 17 right. Approach in use. VFR departures contact. Good. What are the weather though? Does it not? Yeah, okay, it says here. Winds are calm. Quarter mile visibility. Overcast at 700 feet, broken at 200 feet. Oh boy, this is going to be spicy, chat. We may be doing an auto land. Can we do an auto land here? SMF approach, PMDG, you going to be ready to do an auto land for me today? Is this a Cat 3 approach? RVR. I think there's auto land here, but I'm not too sure. No, I guess there's not, because it's not a Cat 3. Should land 8 right. 8 right into where? There's no 8 right. There's 3-5 left or 1-7 right. No. You can do an auto land off any ILS approach. I thought it had to be a Cat 3 approach. You had to do Cat 3 for auto land. 1-7 right ILS is out of service IRL. Interesting. I didn't see that in the notes here. There's no NOTAM for it, so I'm assuming maybe they're not. Maybe it's either fixed or they're not. I don't know. It says here clearly 1-7 left and 1-7 right ILS approaches in use. So, do you follow the bad weather? Does it follow you? It follows me, man. Listen, I took a screenshot out of here yesterday and it was like perfectly sunny. So, I don't know, man. You can do off a Cat 1, Cat 2, or Cat 3. Are you sure? Maybe. I don't. You guys know more than me, so yeah. The auto land is the other chart. Is there a Cat? You're probably right. Oh, there is right here. Cat 2 and Cat 3. Good. Thank you. Let me pin that one. Just to make sure that we've got that as well. Cool. Okay, let's not worry about that. We're about an hour away from there anyway, so maybe the weather can clean up. Maybe they're just dealing with a little bit of that morning off the ocean. Okay, everything is set up there. We're going to plan for the ILS 17 right, just because of the way that we're coming in. So if we look at our charts, we're going to be on the Suitor 4. We're going to go for the 17s. We're going with the Nure transition. We're going to select ILS 17 right. And then if we look at our charts, I believe that we want to take this from Tudor. Yeah, we don't want it out from Tanko. We're not coming out that way. We want it from Tudor. So we'll go ahead and select from Tudor down there. We'll execute that. Beautiful. Let's go to our knit ref. Let's start plugging in some numbers, chat. 61.5, good. Fuel burn, we're going to put 7.1 on the plan. Good. Reserves, we're going to go with 2. We're looking for a cost index initially of 15. We will bump that up once we get to cruise altitude. We're going to do our perf request limit. We'll go ahead and send that off. It's probably not going to give us the right numbers, but that's fine. You know, it hasn't been filling it out. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if something's not connected, but it hasn't been filling it out very well. But anyways, that's fine. Let's go to, oh wait, it does say, sorry, I'm an idiot. Maybe I haven't been waiting long enough. Let's load and then execute that. Good. Okay. We're only going to 30,000 feet today, so we're going to change that. We're going to flight level 300 because of that headwind. Headwind is nasty. 81 knots, basically blowing right down that, right on the nose at 81 knots for this one. So ground speed's going to be somewhere in the 300s for this flight, unfortunately, although we should get a nice ground speed up into the 500s on the return flight. N1 limits here today, and that's where we have to go over to our electronic flight bag. We're going to go to our performance tool. We are coming in from Long Beach. We're going to select runway 30 on our list. Good. That all looks good. We're going to import from aircraft. We're going to switch this over to kilograms. 68.6. My tow weight on SimBrief is saying 68.4. Not going to complain about 200 kilograms. That's all fine. Anti-ice is off. We're going to go optimum. Optimum, we're going to import the weather here as well. 130 at 3, 15 degrees Celsius. Altimeter 3015, and we're going to go ahead and calculate our performance. So you can see here we're going with flaps 5, N1's going to be 91.6, looking for a takeoff rating, so we're not going to derate anything. All we're going to do is do a cell temp of 51. So if we come down here, we're going to put 51 top left. You can see plus 51. That's our cell temp. Good. We're going to go to our takeoff page now. Flaps are going to be set to 5 degrees. Our CG weight was 19.4, which gave us a trim value of 567. You can see that all of those matched up, and then we've got our V speeds 43, 44, 48. A little bit different than these ones, but pretty close. 143, 144, 148. And there we have it, friends. Everything is set correctly there. Beautiful. Let's go to the overhead. We'll go and spool up the APU. Sorry, probably should have done that already. APU is going up. 30,000 is set and checked in the pressurization panel. Everything else is looking good. Now, for push and start, I'm unsure. Is there a no movement? I think we're in the ramp area here, so I do not think we need to call for pushback, because I think we just need to taxi out there. And this is what I mean about the scenery. You're going to see a lot of places like this, like where it literally looks like a straight import. Like they didn't even remove, I don't know if this is like this in real life, but it doesn't seem that you would just have a double solid orange line going across an active taxiway, right? Like, I don't know. It seems a little bit weird to me. This happens in a couple places where you're like, definitely some scenery work that needs to be done. Maybe an update or something. I checked to see if there was an update. There was no update, but yeah. Anyone else have severe stutter issues on the PMDG? Thankfully, I do not have any issues with the PMDG. What was my squawk code? Chat squawk code was 3350. Plug that in here. 3350. Good. And we'll turn ours on a reporting. Good. Should I download all the world updates or just my country I fly in most? It's up to you. Been a minute since we did a PE stream. Love these? Yes, been a while. You call them. Unless it's a closed taxiway, sometimes airports do that. Pilots don't get confused. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if we need a push and start. I'm just trying to see if there's if this is a non... I'm assuming this is the non-movement line, so we are going to have to request for a push and start, but I'm also looking at the charts and I don't see, like, this isn't an active, like, this isn't a taxiway. There's no taxi name here, unless this is Lima, but I don't know. That's Charlie 2, that's Charlie, that's Charlie. This has to be Limo. I don't think you have to call, because I don't see the jagged lines for the non-movement area. So Navigraph map shows the non-movement lines better than the actual chart. Okay, good call. Let me check on that then. We'll zoom in. Yeah, I don't think that this is... I'm pretty sure we're able to push back here. I'm considering this an apron, so I think we're going to be okay. We'll push ourselves back here, and then we'll take Charlie 1 for taxi out to runway 30. Blue Star, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Cap, I was wanting to get your thoughts on the Concorde, and what do you think about it? Is it available in any game? It is available in any game. Nice name, by the way. I know that you're trying to troll, so I'm actually just going to hide you on my channel and just not even answer your question. Greetings, Captain. How are you this evening? Are you still using the Nukem frame gen mod you gave to try out Luke's Payware one? I wonder if there's any difference. I'm using the freeware frame gen. I didn't even know there was a payware one. So, yeah. Brad, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Alt enter will temporarily get rid of the stuttering. PMDG causes stuttering for me at certain airports with frame gen on. I wonder if you're just running out of frame gen or something like that. Sounds like it may be running out of VRAM. Sorry. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You're Canadian. You can just say sorry and pardon a bunch of times. See, exactly. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, APU's on. APU generators are on. APU bleed is on. We'll get the rest of our fuel pumps on. We'll get the passengers seated. We'll get our anti-collision light on. We'll go to GSX. We'll prepare for pushback and departure. Good. We'll flip our generators over to APU gen. And all of this looks good to me, chat. Let's go ahead and down to the second FMC. Going to go to our ground services. We're going to remove the ground power unit, and we're going to remove the chocks. Going to yell at me to put my park brake on. Park brake is on. Good. All right, cool. Looking good. Frame gen is the best thing that happened to me this year. I would agree. Yeah, absolutely. Any 330 flight soon? We don't really have a 330 that we can fly. We got the headwind A330-900, but I'll probably wait for the...
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I'll probably wait for them to come out with their custom cockpit. I think that would be a little bit more ideal. Does the PMDG simulate PA announcements? I don't think so, Evan. You may be able to turn them on somewhere, but I don't believe so, no. Not that I remember.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin.
Okay. Ground frequency 133.0, so we're going to tune to that now. 33 nothing. We'll get that set. Okay, primary radio, good, 33 nothing, and then we've got tower on runway 30 is what we're expecting, so we're going to go 120.5 for us. 12050. Good, cool. We buy the Aerosoft 330, depends, really depends. Yeah. Does the FremGen work on GTX cards? Not that I'm aware of, Chris. No, I don't think so. Dog is doing well, James. Thanks for asking. Daisy. We went for a nice walk this morning. We got a crazy ice storm last night. There's like just a layer, like an inch layer of ice on everything. It was a little bit sketchy going for a walk this morning. Cap, is there a way to choose between loaders, baggage, and pushback truck in use in GSX? Yes, absolutely. Go to the GSX and go to the airplane, customize airplane, and then you can choose here. So if you click on cargo, you can actually choose which cargo. You can have it on the auto, or you can put it on belt or any of the other cargos that you would like. So yes, there is a way to do that. All right, they're connecting. Wrong tug, but that's okay. What's the temperature today over there? I don't know. I think it's just above freezing. Like 1 or 2 degrees. Hey Cap, as a European, I'm quite uncertain about flying in the US. What's the biggest differences? SIDS and stars are probably your number one. It's going to be the biggest thing. SIDS and stars, man. SIDS and stars. Continue pushback. Good. We want to go nose left. Wait. Nose right? Tail left? I'm so confused. Why do I always get so confused with this? Nose left, tail right? Yeah, sure.
Release parking brakes, please.
Sure. Okay, let me just make sure nobody else is pushed back here in front of me. I think we're all looking good. All right, cool. Let's go. Park brake is released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
That's a strange looking F-16 you have there, Captain. Nice. Getting 100 FPS of the TBM 930 over the Gulf Coast. Nice. Cap, when will you fly out of CYTZ with the ATR so you can give some service? I mean, they don't fly it out of there, so I don't know, dude. I don't know. Hydro pumps on. Good. Bleed system is on. We do have duct pressure. Let's go ahead and go engine number 2 over to ground. Start valve is open. I'm pretty sure it's going to push me the wrong way. Yeah, I definitely chose the wrong way. Alright, we're waiting for 25%. We'll introduce fuel here in a sec. There it is. We'll intro fuel now. Hopefully we don't push into this guy. I'll be paying attention anyways. Thoughts on the Latin VFR A330 CEO? Those are my thoughts. I don't support that. Sorry. I heard that they may be working on fixing it. They may be working to make it better, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I consider it right up there with like the Captain Sim Trashola and stuff like that, man. Not for me. See, this is where we get some issues. Everybody pushing back at the same time. I'm going to try and stop my pushback so I don't run into him. Going to wait till he levels us off, and then we should be able to stop here and complete pushback. We'll just do that right now. Good. All right. Probably screwed something up with my pushback there, but that's fine. Engine number 1 over to ground. Kyle, you should put that into a Google review as a product. Nice. Engine number 1, start valve open, N2 percentages rising. Guy lives for danger. We're real close. We're tail to tail there.
Please set parking brakes.
On. Introduce fuel number 1. Cat for Gooders, what plane do you recommend to start training and with where to take off and land? I'd say do some of the Microsoft training things. That's what I would do. Yeah. The Walker's going to get sucked in the engine. He's so close. Nah, he's good. Go full toga and push him away. Matthew, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Afternoon Cap was in Beckettville, pairing a couple of days ago. Saw a few of our RCAF F-18s in the hangars were taxing out. Very cool, man. Very, very, very cool. All right, looks like we have two good engines. Let's go ahead and get our engine gen. Left side, right side, good. AP bleed comes off, packs to the auto position, isolation valve to auto. Yacht amper comes on, probe heat comes on. We're going to flip this over to gen 1, good. APU goes off, start switches over to continuous, and everything else looks good to me, chat. Let's set flaps. 5 degrees, auto brake over to RTO, flight directors on, initial climb 3,000 feet, we shall bug that up, 3,000 feet, good, and we'll be good pilots, we'll bug up our heading here, it's going to be 300 on the heading for departure, 300, good, and we will go, I'll wait for the rest of that. And we'll clear that out. That's fine. That's good. That's good. That's set. And then we just need our trim value, 567. Turn down our trim value here, 567. All right, good. So chat, today I would most likely think that we're going to be smashing it today. Just because we are running with that new yoke sensitivity. I have tweaked it a little bit. I have a different setting. I can actually show you guys very quickly here. I have my own, I set a bunch of different profiles for my TCA Boeing yokes. You can see I have my 737 profile on right now, and if I go to sensitivities, this is what I'm doing. This is what I used last night to do my flight. So instead of minus 35, I think we have it when we fly the A300 to make it feel a little bit heavier, I'm at minus 25 on both, and then still with the 10% reactivity. I still think that that's the best for the reactivity. So that's what I'm running for the PMDG. I may tweak this at some point this week as we're flying, but to me last night when I was flying, that felt the best. So okay, cool. Flaps are set, trim is set, everything's looking good. We can go VNAV, we can go LNAV, we can bug up our speed 148. We shall bug that up. Good. 148 is set there. Wonderful. Cool. We're going to pull out of just for traffic purposes, we're going to go Charlie 1. So I'm going to release my park brake. I'm going to turn the aircraft here to the left. Is it okay to scream while taking off and going, we, with my hands in the air? No. Go on a roller coaster if you want to do that. That would be your best bet. All right. Long Reach Ground, good morning. Southwest 1457 with Victor Charlie 1 ready to taxi.
That was 1457 Long Beach Ground, Whiskey, current, altimeter 3015, runway 30, taxi via Charlie, Lima.
We'll grab Whiskey and we'll taxi runway 30 via Charlie in Lima for Southwest 1457. All right, there's the Spirit Wings departing in front of us. Beautiful.
134.2.
134.2, 5 Papa Romeo.
Cap, something I don't understand is the way pilot license is so expensive and they complain about not having a lot of pilots better join the military or Air Force. That's real difficult to do that regardless. To get into the military.
Long Beach Ground.
See the 319?
416, gate 8, ready for start. Go 416 in the U.S. No need to call for push and start unless you need a taxiway. Are you pushing onto a taxiway or into the ramp?
Into the ramp.
SoCal, good morning. Spirit Wings 503, 2200, climbing via the top into 3000.
Ooh,
503 SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6000. 6000, Spirit Wings 503. So 416, ramp areas are non-movement areas not controlled by the FAA. If you're staying in the ramp, push and start, your discretion is call short of the taxi, ready to go. Roger that. Put your start our discretion. We'll call you for taxi. That's the 416.
SoCal approach estimated 1 Bravo Romeo 6000.
Spirit 503, contact SoCal Bridge.
Ika, when I tried switching to VNAV, LNAV after pushback, neither of them turned green. Are you turning your flight directors on?
Number 901, 5
Make sure your flight
Bravo
directors are on.
Romeo, SoCal approach. Cross dark at 6000 for the RNAV runway 21 approach.
Course starts at 6000 for the RNAV T1 approach, 5 Bravo Romeo.
Number 5 Bravo Romeo cleared.
Where's the 319? I have no clue where he went.
5 Bravo Romeo cleared for the...
Yeah, the flight directors are on? Huh, weird. Very weird. Shouldn't be doing that.
Number 2 Kilo Whiskey, cross runway 20 left on Kilo, hold short runway 20 right, contact tower.
Any update on the Phoenix? Nope, not that I've seen.
Cross 20 left, hold short on...
Okay, have you ever had an engine fire?
20 right,
no.
tower.
Maybe?
SoCal Spare Wings 50360.
So look at the lights here, like crossing the runway like this. This is what I mean about the scenery. It feels like it was like no continued taxi line. There's just taxi lights in the middle of the, I don't know. The scenery's okay, but I just don't, they need to come back and there's so many little fixes and touch-ups that they need to do.
503 after Pikes, cancel speed restriction. Alright, after Pikes, cancel the speed, Spirit Wings 503.
But I don't know if you saw my comment, but I made a video and I'm working on for 3 months, about 48 minutes, and I mentioned you at the end. Absolutely love what you do, man. Stoner Power. Thanks, man. I'll have to check that out. Appreciate it, dude. Chat, my vape is not working. I don't know why. It's just not working. It's a long taxi? Oh, it's not that long. Not that long. Charge it up, fully charged. Fully charged, but it's not accepting the cartridge. I just tried with 3 different cartridges. It's not taking them. I don't know why. Did you see you're doing THC full-time now, dropping the nicotine? I've dropped the nicotine a long time ago, man. I haven't had nicotine in probably 2 months or so. 2 months, 2 years. It's been a long time since I've had the nicotine. All right, 120.5 for us on tower frequency, and then we'll flip ourselves over here. We're looking for departure frequency is going to be on 128.1, so we'll set that up. Which tower, good morning, Southwest 1457, holding short runway 30, ready for departure.
Southwest 1457, Long Beach Tower, runway 30, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
Runway 30 cleared for takeoff, Southwest 1457. All right, lights.
Long Beach Tower, Delta 17, 10, holding short runway 30, ready for takeoff.
Delta 17, 10, Long Beach
Good thing I have an
Tower,
extra
hold
vape.
short runway 30, there'll be several minutes for in delay.
Roger, hold short, runway 30, Delta 17, 10.
Absolutely, Nikimo. Yeah, definitely can, man.
Tower,
Definitely can.
November 2 Kilo Whiskey, at 20 right, ready for
Alrighty, you guys ready to rock and roll? Let's do it. Go cam is on. Throttle's up to 40%. Those lights need to be changed. That is awful. Sounds are up. Enjoy the departure, guys. Chrono's on. And toga. Slight nose down pressure on the yoke. Takeoff power is set.
Airspeed's alive.
Thank you.
Knots.
Neutral.
Contact LA Center 133.2. 33.2.
B1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
You're up.
3503.
departure, Southwest 1427. SoCal, good morning, Southwest 1457, 15,000, sorry, 1500, climbing 3,000.
Dallas 1457, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
Climb maintain 6,000, Southwest 1457. 6,000. Good. Auto brake off. Lock the gear.
Delta 416 on the ramp toward Charlie 1, ready for taxi, runway 30.
Flaps up 1.
Delta 416, Long Beach ground, runway 30, taxi via Charlie. Lima.
Charlie limited to runway 30, Delta 416.
Delta 1457, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
134.9er, Southwest 1457. 1349er, chat. Flaps clean.
Number 2, Kilo Whiskey, contact SoCal departure.
2 Kilo Whiskey, contact departure.
SoCal, good morning, Southwest 1457, 4,000, climbing 6,000.
South 1457, SoCal departure, LA altimeter 3015, climb via SID after pipes cancel speed restrictions.
Climb via SID after Pikes will cancel speed restriction for Southwest 1457. Okay, so let's go ahead and engage autopilot 1. I'll bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Good.
Flying SoCal, say again, call sign.
Let's go ahead and have a quick little look-see here. After pipe speed restriction. See, but that's fine, okay. And climb via SID, top altitude. It says Cords and Castro, 15,000, so we'll go 15,000.
1710, Long Beach Tower, runway 30, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
15,000, good.
30, clear for takeoff, Delta 1710.
Good, we're up above the soup. Nice. That is messy. This isn't weather that you usually see down in SoCal, chat. It's kind of weird. Does radio panel controller work with the Phoenix A320? It's only in the PMDG. No, it works with everything, Remy. Works with every aircraft that I fly. Sometimes you got to trick Microsoft Flight Simulator into thinking that the systems are on, but for the most part, it works with every aircraft. Every aircraft that I fly. All right. Good. Now climb out. What's the difference between business class and first class sponsorships? It's for you to offer an option, man. Sometimes, you know, $5 a month can be lunch, dinner, something, right? So there is no difference. The only difference is to you. If you'd rather support the channel with $5 a month, or if you would rather support the channel with $2 a month, I leave it up to you. I leave it up to you, man. Whatever you can afford. Fixed landing lights come off. We're just passing through 10,000 feet now. We can go ahead and flip the seatbelt signs off as well. We'll put them to auto. Flight attendants can start the in-flight services. And there we go. Climbing out of Long Beach, we should see LAX down here somewhere. I don't know if I'll see it, maybe peeking through the clouds just so slightly, but LAX is right down here. Yeah, the headwind is brutal, Max, but just think, it's going to be so nice on the return flight, right? That's what I'm looking forward to. How do you choose a frequency like 18405 on the radio panel when it's only 2 decimals? You have to, you'll get used to it, because like if you look at my radio panel and you switch frequencies, you can see that like I can turn the dial and it goes to the 105. You just have to kind of get familiar with how the radio. So 2 dials will put it to 11. 1 dial will switch it to 05, if that makes sense. So for every frequency, it's 2 dials to make it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the best way I can explain it to you. Wish Long Beach had some kind of museum for McDonnell Douglas. I don't think they have much. Not much there, no. LA is, I think, like right down there. Yeah, right there. Right there, I can see the runway 7s. There's the terminal, international terminal, LAX.
Sorry about that, for 2 Kilo Whiskey.
Why is my speed 335 knots on the climb? Mach 0.80.
Delta 1710, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Feels a little bit weird, no?
6,000, Delta 1710.
That was 1457, contact LA Center 133.2.
I feel like 290. /0.78.
SoCal 1120 Whiskey.
I feel like
westbound.
that's
just
weird.
off of
I don't know why it
March.
set the
Looking to pick
speed
up
like
an
that.
IFR to
I don't know if I've
Valley.
ever seen it climb it.
1457 LA Center 133.2.
133.2 Southwest 1457. Thanks.
Delta 1710 contact SoCal.
1332 for us.
4.9er.
My cost index was 15, which doesn't make sense. My cost index was like 100, sure. Yeah, cost index was like 15. It's really weird. LA Center, good afternoon. Southwest 1457, 15,000.
That was 1457 LA Center. Climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain 300, Southwest 1457.
Number
Altitude intervene. 300.
Approach squawk 3563. Maintain VFR.
Good, and we're only maintaining 30,000 feet because of that headwind, chat. We're not going up any higher than that. I think Southwest. I always use the same cost index. I don't alternate between airlines. I just yeah.
1710 SoCal departure. Los Angeles altimeter 3015.
I'm gonna go 290 to Mach 77 till we climb, and then it's got our cruise at Mach 0.80. I don't know why. We're gonna go Mach 79 for the cruise. I don't know why those numbers are all messed up like that. Oh, maybe because we did a VNAV disconnect. Okay, I'll re-engage VNAV. Weird.
416 affirmative. When you're
something's
runway,
weird.
just switch over
Something's
tower
weird with the
runway
aircraft. Like the VNAV keeps disconnecting. Yeah, see how VNAV is disconnecting? Super weird. I'm just gonna go level change.
Steel Beach VOR under zoom on navigation.
Let's go level change because VNAV is no bueno. Doesn't like what we've done. Gonna go. Maybe I'd just go. Yeah, see, like Econ is showing 338 knots with a Mach 0.8.
Homeland VOR March altimeter 30.
I don't know if I've ever seen that like that, man.
Verify altitude, say request.
Index perf. Oh, do you know why? Because it reset my cost index. That's exactly why. Thank you. No. Thank you for that, for making me look at that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better. Now we can go into VNAV. Now it should hold. Yeah, okay. Now we're through 18,000 feet as well, so we'll go standard barrel. Standard barrel. That's exactly what it was. No, it was because I requested, when we were on the ground, I requested our performance calculator, and I forgot that it completely changes the cost index. So that is exactly why. And you can see now we're climbing at a much better rate. At my company, we do a max cost index of 65, and that usually gives us Mach 0.80. Nice. Okay, cool. Very cool. I think it works very similar to this aircraft.
Where do you want to begin the RNAV approach, sir?
Uh-oh. Somebody's lost. Where do you want to begin the RNAV approach?
Okay. There are certain places you may begin an approach. Which one of those certain places would you like to initiate your request for the RNAV runway 18 approach into French Valley?
So chat, you would look at your charts and it would give you waypoints that you would start at.
Alright, you're unable. Delta 1710, contact LA Center 133.2.
That was Marcus giving up.
LA 015 to 37, 7 minutes off the flight deck if possible. You betcha.
He didn't study his
Delta
charts.
16 Long Beach Tower, runway 30 cleared for takeoff.
Over there. Can we use that one? What is Pilotedge? Eden, put exclamation point PE in chat.
Delta 17, 10,
exclamation point
115, climbing via SID.
Delta 1710 LA Center, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Up to 380, Delta 1710.
Number 2 Kilo Whiskey, say altitude. $4,000, roger. November 2 Kilo Whiskey, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
What's the difference between VATSIM and Pilotedge? So they both offer ATC services. The difference between Pilotedge is it's a paid network. So these controllers are online. I believe they're 16 hours a day that they're online. So you know that you're going to get ATC services. And Pilotedge is stuck on the West Coast, so it's only the West Coast. So it's from Seattle all the way down to San Diego, all the way over to Denver. That's like their section that they cover.
IAS is what you're looking for. If you're unfamiliar, I might recommend the rating program on the Pilotedge website. iRatings, instrument ratings are all based there.
Uh-oh. Someone's getting an I rating. I rating. I'm going to try and clean my
You're still unable. That's not an IF or an IAS. So have the chart. Tell me where you'd like to begin the approach, and I'll be happy to help you.
This is why I always tell you, if you want to fly online, charts. Charts are your best friend, chat. If you want to fly, if you want to do any type of online flying, charts are, you know, people ask me, do you need charts to fly online?
November 2,
yes, I think you do. I really think you do. I know that charts can be expensive, but, you know, I also feel that it's important to know where you're going. Because look at how much time the controller has spent now kind of just dealing with that, right?
So 416, contact SoCal departure.
There's a bunch of other people, and he's kind of stuck just dealing with the, you know, the aircraft that doesn't know his charts and stuff. So I always tell people charts are, I really feel if you want to fly online, they're a must-have. And you guys remember what happens. You should probably study your charts as well, too, because you know what happens when you don't study your charts. It's a good learning experience. It is, yeah, for sure. Charts, where we're flying, we don't need charts. Very soon those charts are capped. No more, yeah, no more Hoosier incidents, please. Thank you very much. You're comfortable fly the MAX? Yes and no.
16, contact SoCal, approach 134.9.
Charts are fun. They can be, for sure. I don't know why this thing is not working, dude. It'll be time for another one. I got it working. Ooh, I got it working. Sheesh. Is this the first flight? Yes. It is. Look at all the... It's so weird to see all this cloud cover over, like, California. It's always sunny. Weird. Is this a non-smoking flight? No. We're going retro. Does the metal pin at the end touch the connector on the vape? Sometimes they push it in themselves. Yeah, it's got a little thread adapter. I think it's not making good contact. I think we got it.
SoCal departure.
Can't wait to do Air Canada Rouge, Air Canada Frontier, JetBlue Ops on the 321. Yes, it's going to be awesome, for sure. I have ForeFlight. Do I need Navigraph? No. ForeFlight is Navigraph on steroids. You're good. Captain, quit the vape? No. That's the THC, man. That's the goodness. That's God's gift. It's the best of the biz. Sometimes you have to clean the junk off the connectors, those carts and batteries. Yeah, that's what I just did. I just stuck like a little... I actually used one of these. I turned off the vape and I used one of these. Did you guys go to Flight Sim Expo? Did you get yourself a box of eye cloths? I have 2 boxes of these. I clean everything. Every week I like wipe down all my glass, my monitor, my radio stack, my audio mixer. Hear me, Kyle. What's the strain today? We've got Grandma's Pie, which is nice. Grandma's Pie. And I forget the name of the other one. Grandma's Pie is very nice. Why are you vaping? It's THC. I have my medical marijuana card. So it's for back pain and stuff like that, man. Sounds delicious. It's not bad, actually. A little bit sweet, a little bit tart. It's nice. It's actually very smooth, actually. Like, very smooth. Grandma's Pie sounds like something you'd rock, say, the WWE back in the 90s. You're going to resist the urge to say anything cheeky about Grandma's Pie. Yeah, you better. Fucking better not. You took 6 boxes? Damn, dude, Mark. Every year I take about 2 boxes. I took 2 boxes this year when we were down. I mean, they basically hand them out. Ooh, there's traffic down there. See them? Every year they basically hand them out. I usually wait till they're like, hey, anybody want any more of these? They usually come around with like the boxes and you just grab a couple, you know. How much does Pilotedge cost? Jack, put exclamation point PE in chat. PE for Pilotedge, and then follow the Nightbot command. It'll take you directly to the website. Yeah. Rip YouTube compression? What do you mean? You can't see the little thing down there? You didn't see it? Well, the girlfriend took them and made me carry them. Ah, yes. Dude, they're amazing, man. Especially the small ones, Mark. Usually they have the big ones, and it's like, dude, the big ones are like the size of like a small towel. I like these ones because these are perfect. You can clean your sunglasses, your reading glasses, your monitor, your peripherals. The little small ones are perfect for that. So I have 2 boxes of the small ones, and I still have about half a box, a quarter of a box of the large ones. Oh, you couldn't see it? Damn, okay. When are you back in Europe? So, Kirill, if you're new to the channel, I do a week in Europe, a week in North America. So we were just in Europe last week, which means that we're going to be in North America this week, which means we'll be in Europe next week. Did you even get high anymore?
Contact LA Center 133.2.
Of course. What's the difference in the Pilotedge plans? So you can just get the one area, Will, which covers, and it explains it all, Will, so I don't know if I would do a better job explaining it, but if you get the expansion, you get the entire
Delta 1710 Mach 70.
70. You get the whole network, so from Seattle to San Diego over to Denver.
LA Center, Delta 416, 12,400, climb VDSIT.
The regular base Pilotedge, I think, covers just the LA airspace. So from like LA out to Vegas and down to San Diego or something like that. ZLA. How many small ones are in a box? Good question. I don't know. They're stuck together in 3. It's 3 of them attached together with these little things. I would say there's probably 30, 40, 50 maybe even. What are those? The eye cloth? They're really cool, man. They're like individual isopropyl alcohol cleaning wipes. But apparently they're really big in like the flight, in the sim, not the flight sim, the aviation industry. Yeah. They have an aerospace material spec. So they're, yeah. Caribbean World Update coming up, Cap. Are you going to fly down there when it releases? Of course. Love flying in the Caribbean, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Kyle, thanks so much for support, man. 6 months is halfway to a year requesting for wine on seat 1A, my man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thanks so much, Kyle. Appreciate the support, sir. Thank you, man. Still a bit disappointed that Pilotedge only covers the west coast at most. Made me always not prefer it over VATSIM. I mean, I completely understand the argument. I think they're 2 different animals. I think once you fly on the network and Pilotedge, I think it kind of sells itself. Again, I do agree.
Experience 503, thank you. Contact Oakland Center 127.45. Good luck.
In a perfect world,
have a great day, Marcus. Good to hear your voice. See you. Bye, buddy.
In a perfect world, it's you know, Pilotedge can cover all of the U.S. The thing with Pilotedge is these controllers are paid as well, so there's some financial and tax reasons of why Pilotedge cannot go all across the U.S. Not all states allow for online payment like this. Like, it's weird. That's the way that it's been explained to me. I don't know if that's still a thing, but yeah. They do so Will, they do events every year where they'll go and cover like the West Coast for a weekend or something like that. I did an event a couple years ago. I did an event where they covered like all of the West Coast. So they had like New Jersey, New York, DC. They had some pretty cool stuff. Yeah. Next week, when the Caribbean World Update comes out, flying my hometown airport of Puerto Plata in MDPP, and then some ops to San Juan or Montego Bay. Nice. Did they say what airports are coming out with it, Captain Dom? I was curious to see what updates are coming out, and I wonder if they're going to do like all of the water masks. That would be awesome. Flying into all the water masks and stuff that they have. Yeah. In a perfect world, real life ATC can cover real life and flight simmers simultaneously. Yeah.
November 2 Kilo Whiskey, contact SoCal approach 134.2. Good day.
Are you sick of the 7.3 and the A320? No. Probably two of my favorite airplanes. I think we do a good balance of switching back between the two. Yeah. Vaping is dangerous for your lungs. It makes you die earlier. Do you know what else does? All the food we eat and all the stuff that we consume. We're all on our way out, man. Act accordingly. Enjoy it while you're here. That's my outlook on it, dude. It's not nicotine. I'm vaping THC, so it's different. You can't compare the two. Obviously, putting anything into your lungs, yes, I would agree with you. It's probably not the healthiest way to go, but yeah, again, just enjoy life, man. Other than payment and guaranteed ATC, what is better about Pilotedge in comparison to VATSIM? I see there might be more professional ATC. Is that all? Pretty much, Jack. Yep. And I mean, again, I think you nailed it with the guarantee of ATC, right? That's the main thing. You pay for Pilotedge because you know that they're online, you know? So that's the big draw, the big bonus.
1457, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
12745 Southwest 1457. Have a great day, dude. We'll see you soon.
November 2 Kilo with you.
12745. Usually Mr. Marcus is like a lot nicer to me. I wonder if he doesn't know if it's me. Maybe he's not recognizing it. I'd miss traffic on P even if we have full coverage. It's not quite the same. I mean, you can see like we had like 5 or 6 departures out of here, Will. So I mean, there's clearly some people and there is some interest in here. Now, are you going to get 30 or 40 airplanes flying out of an airport? No. Maybe not. Probably not, right? So, I mean, unless there's an event going on, right? So they do have events and stuff like that, but yeah. Oakland Center, good morning, Southwest 1457, flight level 300.
Southwest 1457, Oakland Center, good morning.
Good morning. Top of descent is in 97 miles, chat. We've got a 92 knot headwind right now. Ground speeds under the 400s. Crazy. Feel it's pretty weird. Well, we're gonna fly almost. I think we're gonna fly most of the week on Pilotedge, Will. So you'll be able to see what it's like on a weekend as well. I think on Saturday and Sunday we're going to fly on the network, and then maybe on Monday we'll go back to VATSIM so everybody can kind of join us, or we'll see. Maybe we'll do Saturday on Pilotedge, Sunday on VATSIM, Monday back on Pilotedge. So we'll be able to see. She's really loud. I'm going to turn that down. Pilotedge supposed to be structured network. It definitely is. It's a Pilotedge is used by flight schools. So flight schools in the SoCal region and stuff, they use Pilotedge for training their real-world pilots. They also have some applications to do with the U.S. military and U.S. Air Force, where the technology that they use for the network is used to train them. So yeah. Not a huge fan of P. I think the controllers can be harsh and rude. Again, it's a training network. It is available for regular consumers to get on the network, but first and foremost, it's a training network, and that's how the controllers are trained. The controllers are trained as if you were a student and you were learning, and they're trying to, you know, it's not that they're being mean, it's just that they're very much to the point, and they're very, where like on VATSIM, a controller may not correct certain things that you're doing. On Pilotedge, because it is a real world, it's going to it's yeah, so you have to think about it that way. It's very much training based. Are there more controllers on VATSIM or Pilotedge? Oh, well, definitely on VATSIM. VATSIM covers the entire world, right? Pilotedge only covers the West Coast USA. Yeah.
Spur Wings 503, cancel, correction, delete speed restrictions till Penn.
Okay, delete speed until Penn, Spur Wings 503, thank you.
Is used to train controllers or pilots? Both, Remy, but most part pilots. Yeah. When I was getting my PPL, we used Pilotedge to train on for radio communications. Absolutely, Dan. Yeah. Yep. Pilotedge and P3D. Name a better combo. Pilotedge and Microsoft. To me. That's the better combo. Alright guys, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. I think we're going to be able to use CPDLC for our next flight as well. I think Sacramento uses CPDLC. I'm not quite sure. If you're not quite sure what CPDLC is, it comes with this... Pilotedge comes with a CPDLC function, so this is an external program that you can run through the simulator, which allows you to get your clearances through this, so without calling like clearance delivery and stuff like that. So, pretty cool. If my students messed up during training, I make sure that they would never do that stupid junk again. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I miss the 7-3, such a cool aircraft it is. Hey, Captain, rainy day here in Georgia. Ooh, good time to stay inside and do some flight sim. Best friend has just got the training course to be a real-life controller in the south of the UK. Still got to do his medical, though. Very cool. Very, very cool, Storty. Wish him all the best, man. PE is a great learning tool if used correctly and not abused. Absolutely, Dan. Well, I mean, they don't even let you abuse it, to be honest with you, you know? They really don't. Cap, do you have random stutters? Nope. Dimitri, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Cap, what hertz is your monitor? 165 hertz. 165 hertz, 1 millisecond response. Do you recommend buying FS 2020 if FS 2024 is around the corner? Up to you. My best bet right now, just to play it safe, Cardi, would probably be to get it on like Xbox Game Pass. I think you can get the Xbox Game Pass for like $10 a month or something like that, and that'll give you access to Microsoft Flight Simulator. That may be the best way to do it. I still think we're a good 6 to 9 months away from getting Microsoft 2024. So I don't know. It's really up to you. Really up to you. Dimitri, celebrating 35 months. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you very, very much for supporting the streams. Appreciate you, man. Finally got my desk delivered. Flight simming hopefully soon once I finally buy the yoke. Nice, dude. Nice, nice, nice. One step away, man. One more step. With PE, do you have to start with general aviation or can you go straight to airliners if you know what you're doing? If you know what you're doing, you can do whatever you'd like, Brent. Just like I mentioned, Ben, what's going to happen, and we heard it before with the controller, sorry, with the last controller, with the person who didn't know how to fly the RNAV correctly. If you don't know how to operate your aircraft, and it's going to be clear if you don't, you're most likely going to get asked to log off the network and do a little bit of training before they let you back on the network. Yeah. Does this aircraft come with manuals? I am not sure. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. It might. Chat. Your monitor is 165 hertz, but how many inches? 32 inch, 165 hertz, 1 millisecond response. You can put exclamation point monitor if you want a link to the monitor so you can look at it yourself. Exclamation point monitor in chat, and that will take you there. Julian, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. I am doing well. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Happy Thursday to everybody. What's... Oh. It's weird the camera picks that up. Airports coming with World Update 15, Caribbean 7 airports, MUCL, MDPP, MTCA, MKJS, okay, TTCP, MYEH, and TFFS. Interesting. Okay. How is the Long Beach scenery? About a 6 out of 10, Dan. 6 out of 10. A lot of room for improvement. And I don't think it's had any updates in quite a while. Cap, I saw one of your older vids or a July baby man. I'm July 10th. Kansas Kick-Ass. Nice, dude. Yes. I am July 16th for me. July 16th. Are there any cool new U.S. sceneries coming up?
Descend via Suitor 4, arrival south transition.
We'll descend via the Suitor 4 with the south transition. Southwest 1457. Thanks. What do you think about the new delay from Aerosoft? Well, did you see, Diego? They posted an article about how there was a miscommunication, and the aircraft is releasing for Microsoft 2020, but it's also going to be more feature rich when Microsoft 2024 comes out. So the aircraft apparently is still releasing for Microsoft 2020. But who knows? Listen, to be honest with you, the way that Aerosoft works, you know what's going to happen. They're going to wait till 2024 comes out, and then they're going to release two versions of the airplane. They're going to release a version for Microsoft 2020 and a version for Microsoft 2024. They were very vague in correcting their mistake of what they said. So I don't know, dude. I don't even know with them anymore. Who cares, to be honest with you? It's Aerosoft. It's not even going to be good. Like, I think we can all agree it's probably going to be mediocre. Is it going to be better than Captain Sim and Latin VFR? Sure. Is it going to be as good as Phoenix PMDG INI builds? No, absolutely not. So it's like, okay, well, listen, look at the amount of aircraft that are probably going to come out before the Aerosoft 330 comes out, and I think that's almost just the writing on the wall. We're going to already have long haulers. We're probably going to get something else, from somebody, I don't know. Yeah. Simply put, don't buy it. I mean, you gotta question it at this point, right? You really do.
Walker 3512, contact port 1 approach.
I wonder if they did that on purpose to get people talking about it. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. People are pretty fed up with Aerosoft. I don't know. We can only hope it flies in ILS properly. The CRJ never could. Yeah. Well, I can't wait for the CRJ update to come out, Will. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I love that airplane, man. As somebody that lives in Ottawa and always has to fly little regional jets from Ottawa to Montreal or Ottawa to Toronto, I love the CRJ. It's a cool little airplane. I don't necessarily like flying on them as a passenger. Very cramped. I basically have to sit like this the whole time. But yeah, boycott Aerosoft. You don't have to do that.
1457, say your speed.
Currently Mach 0.90 for Southwest 1457.
Roger. How long to the top of descent for you?
Top of descent is 35 miles. Wait, did I say Mach 0.90? I meant Mach. Hopefully she knows what I meant, Max. 79.
Delta 1710, say Mach number.
Delta 1710, Mach number 785.
Was there ever an FS Labs? I don't know, dude. FS Labs is kind of one of those companies you have no clue what they're doing, Kevin. They're working on P3D, and then they're doing this, and then they're doing that. I have no clue, to be honest with you. Haven't really been following.
1710, you said 7.5, or I'm sorry, 0.75.
Delta 1710, 785, 785.
Delta 1710, maintain Mach 0.72 or less for space.
Roger, Delta 1710 will maintain Mach 7.
Kind of get the heat for Airsoft. It's not like they canceled it. It's that they're doing the CRJ for generations of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's because of the way that they've gone about it, Kev. That's the problem, man. They released a paint kit a year ago. So they've kind of tried to like self-hype themselves up this entire time. The airplane was set to release sometime in the summer, dude. We're, look at how far along we are now. Still no inclination or info about when the aircraft is going to be releasing. Nothing. So it's the community just gets frustrated when stuff like that happens, and I understand, rightfully so, right? It's one of those things that kind of. This is a very long arrival, by the way, chat. We are cleared to descend via the Suitor. So we'll pull that open here, and you can see here we need to be at 4,000 feet, 210 knots at Ovomi, 4,000 feet. So we are 20 miles from top of descent. I'm going to bug up 4,000. We are currently in VNAV. It's 4,000 feet. Good. Thoughts on the ATRs and the Embraers for Microsoft? The ATR just got a big update. It's pretty good. The Embraers by FSS, I would be waiting on those, man. I don't know what those guys are doing, to be honest with you. I don't really trust them. That's just me, but yeah. Okay, agree. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back. We are having a great flight so far. Has anyone ever told you you look very similar to the angle of attack YouTuber? No. The CRJ will be great, but I'm waiting for the RJ. Flew them a lot. CYQR to MSP. Yes. The Q4. Starting to believe some devs announce projects to call dibs on that aircraft. I would 100% agree with that. Yes. And that's what I feel that Aerosoft is doing. They keep doing this like, oh, well, we're going to release a paint kit, so just to make sure that nobody else does anything, you know what I mean? So, headwind A330 or Latin VFR? Headwind, all the way. It's not even a question.
Departure frequency 119.5, squawk 7420.
Actually, they're run by like 75-year-olds lights. That's probably the problem. How do you release a paint kit for an aircraft and still have not a release date 1 year later? Yep. Yep.
August 2014, read back correct.
I'm doing well, Kegri. Doing well, man. What will happen first? Aerosoft releasing the 330 or FSS getting VNAV and the ERJ? Not going to hold my breath for either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
520, contact NorCal approach 120.905.
2095, Spearwings 500.
What if headwind is better than the Aerosoft 330? I mean, like I said, dude, at this point with how long they've taken for the release of this aircraft, people are going to expect something that just Aerosoft is not going to be able to. That's the problem. Again, that's, you know, that's the, there's always a, wherever there's always a reaction to something, right? Whenever there's consequences to everything. By Aerosoft taking so long, I think that at this point, people are just going to expect a completely polished product. I don't think Aerosoft has ever released a proper polished product. I remember seeing, I remember the A330 when it came out for P3D, and like Chewy and Matt Davies and all these P3D streamers were just absolutely, like, it was not good, right? It was not good at all. And I have a funny feeling the same thing is going to happen for Microsoft. They're going to end up releasing the aircraft and it's just going to be not good. By the time that they release the aircraft, I think that we're going to have the likes of like PMDG 777, you know, some of the other stuff that's coming out, and it's going to be, yeah, going to be pretty crazy. I don't know why my speed is going so low, so I'm just going to put 280 in here because that's the restriction that we need at Kaylee, so I'm just going to keep 280 in here. Kaylee's coming up right now. Is it just me, or does the inside of the engine look like it's glitching? That might be, I mean, a little bit, not really though. It's probably something to do with frame gen. Yeah, like here there's a little bit of artifacting. That's probably to do with the frame gen. It's probably a shadow. There are some downsides to using frame gen as well, right? So, the FSS crew is in charge of the Aerosoft 330. No. That's, wait, what? The FSS crew is in charge of the Aerosoft A330? What do you mean? It's two completely different developers, two completely different teams. Critique, what's up, man? Good to see you, my friend. PMDG 777 will be the best long haul behind Captain Sim. Oh, yeah. Heck, probably the 350 is going to be out by then. I don't know about that one, but still kind of new to the PMDG 737-800 realism. I can't figure out what SIDS I need to use for what transition. Do you have any tips for that? I have the wrong SIDS and transitions, so my 737 keeps flying in circles. You got to use your charts, Julian. You got to use charts, and you got to use like SimBrief. SimBrief will give you the real world flight plans, or go over to FlightAware or something like that, where you can get the actual real world flight plans and plug those in. If you look at your charts, you'll see everything that you need. Like, you know, for our transition, right, Nure was on our flight plan, so that's an easy transition. And then for your runway transition, you need runway charts, because I get it. Like, you could be, our approach takes us, if you look at our approach takes us to the west of the runway, and you can see where basically puts us on a downwind, and then we're going to get vectored in like this and down and in. If you choose the wrong transition, you're going to go like this, then it's going to take you to Tenco and like fly you and do weird things, right? So SimBrief and Navigraph, in my opinion, if you're going to want to take this seriously, you got to use those two programs. It's the only way to keep it as realistic as possible. Okay, so we've got 280, 280, 280. Everything else is looking good. The only other restriction after 280 is going to be 250 at 10, obviously. And then we're going to have 4,000 feet, 210 knots. Over me. The new rumor is that Aerosoft has hired FSS to take over the management of the 330. Can neither confirm or deny. That sounds just like some flight sim, somebody on Reddit. I don't... Why? What has FSS done that is so... They've literally done nothing. That doesn't make sense. FSS has done nothing. They still don't even... They're still using a default FMC for their airplanes. They're still using a default autopilot. It's literally using Microsoft default autopilot, Microsoft default FMCs. It's been out for over a year. That doesn't make any sense. How can somebody come to that conclusion? How can that... I don't understand how somebody jumps to that conclusion, though. Maybe if it was somebody like working title, and like working title because they've actually done something, they've actually done proper VNAV, LNAV, speed constraints, altitude constraints, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see how somebody can get to that conclusion. In my opinion, they've done nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't see it. Sorry. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna... I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. FSS has done absolutely nothing in the flight sim community other than basically buying an external model and using default assets to make an airplane. I don't know. To me, I just don't see it. That doesn't make very much sense to me. I just don't see that happening. A330 resume, with a new direction. The development must have been all over the place. They just decided that it'll be better to launch all of the 330 perks instead of a working project, which is going to be, I don't know, man. 737NG did a video on it, and he did mention the head of SSS is involved in the A330. How do people know these things? That's what I'm more curious of. Like, how does 737NG know that? He's a PMDG guy. I don't know, man. This just sounds like speculation, chat. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't.
Southwest 1457, contact NorCal approach 120.905.
120.905 for NorCal approach Southwest 1457. We'll see you. I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. Maybe, obviously, but I don't know, man. I still feel like it's hearsay. It just doesn't make sense to me. They've done nothing. And I'm not trying to be like rude or anything, right? FSS has done nothing. Unless they're working in partnership with like, hey, come over to us and, you know, we'll help you with the FSS and you help us with the 330. Okay, then I could understand that. Some type of like mutual agreement between the two, because they're both probably sitting in a state of limbo. I think we can agree the CRJ's VNAV is atrocious. It's interesting. I could see that aspect of it. That like, hey, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. You know what I mean? Hey, both of our airplanes are kind of in this fucked up state right now, and we really need to do something this year. I don't know. I could see it. I could see it actually. Now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more of instead of like oh well, they hired FSS to do. It was the way I think it was worded. All right, we got Bravo. We can also just pull that here and get information Bravo. 3/4 mile visibility.
Glad I finally caught one live.
Whoa.
Just popping in to say hi.
Hey.
Glad to see you're still crushing it. Flex biceps. Departures. Keep it up.
My man. Huge no floaties to you. Cucumber Pilot chat. Can we please get some love? Let's get some no floaties and some with yous in chat. Incredibly kind. Thanks so much, Cucumber Pilot. The $140 dono, my man. Thank you, dude. I hope life's going well, man. Hope you're still hitting those skies.
Sacramento International Airport.
Uniform.
Information, Bravo.
Bravo. Sorry. NorCal approach. Good afternoon, Southwest 1457. ATIS Bravo 19000 descending.
Walker 3512, turn right, heading 070.
Thanks so much, Cucumber. I appreciate that, man. Incredibly kind, dude. Thank you.
Joining the 10 left localizer, Walker 3512.
Walker 2014, Walker 2014.
Yes, Headwind 330 will be better before the 330 even comes out. How come a private company doesn't have skilled people, whereas freeware guys are rocking? Yeah, I don't know. Are we doing the return flight? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. NorCal approach Southwest 1457, 18,500 descending ATIS information Bravo.
Walker 2014, Salt Lake Center, common maintain flight level 230, Helena,
ATR pack or CRJs, which is better? Right now, the ATR probably.
Who else called?
It was Southwest 1457, 18,000 descending.
Southwest 1457, NorCal approach, capital altimeter 3024. Expect ILS runway 17 right approach, stay airspeed.
3024 and currently on the restriction 280 knots for Southwest 1457.
Southwest 1457, thank you.
Alright, 3024.
10, maintain 300 knots till 10.
Roger, Delta 1710 will maintain 300 knots till 10.
The ATR is broken? What, really? It just got a huge update. How is it broken? The CRJ is not, Bobby. Listen, man, I hate to burst your bubble here, but the the CRJ is not a good airplane, man. It's all over the place. It can barely fly an ILS. I would say the ATR is probably in better shape than the CRJ. Today, right now, currently, the ATR just received a huge update. But it's broken? Oh, damn. Well, that sucks. Well, I don't know then. That's a tough call. I guess the CRJ... I mean, listen, dude, the CRJ hasn't been updated in over a year. Over a year since the CRJ has been updated, so... I don't know, the CRJ is probably not in much better shape. Absolutely happy to do it, still busy flying. Let's just say I'm now uniting the world. I need a new handle. Oh, nice, dude. Very cool. Congratulations.
Southwest 1457, traffic off your 2 o'clock, 4.5 miles, same direction as Delta A319, descending out of 15,000. Do you have an insight?
We've got them on the TCAS. We're looking now for Southwest 1457.
No.
Don't... Where is he, chat?
Southwest 1457, maintain 260 knots or less till 10.
260 or less till Penn for Southwest 1457. When you flying the ATR again? Well, I don't know. Maybe when it gets non-broken? Right now it sounds broken. I'm looking. I don't see him, chat. He's slightly under us, somewhere over there.
Walker 2014, contact Salt Lake Center 128.72.
I joined One World Virtual. What flight should I do?
Walker 13, correction, Walker 3512.
It's not broken?
Cleared ILS, runway 10 left approach.
An update fixed it? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I did 8 flights to the ATR since the new update, and it can't fly a SID without looping around to do a 360. The FMAs gets confused in what they're supposed to be doing. CRJ can fly an ILS, just doesn't capture localizer very well once established. It's okay. Yes, correct. You're right, J-Foot. Yeah. You are correct. wonder if the weather's reporting something different in the sim. I know it's a long approach, but I guess it might be under all that stuff. Any good private jets? I don't know. I wouldn't be the one to ask for that. Chat, any good private jets out there? I know there's some ATRs and stuff that came out recently that are really good. If the ATR is not broken, been flying it the past week. Okay, there you go. Might be something you're doing because that fine flew fine for me for some Caribbean ops. There you go. Yeah, I'd like to do some Silver Airways. Maybe we can do that. Maybe that's where we can do, maybe take a look at the Caribbean update that's coming out. That could be kind of cool, no? Man, we're almost done January. It's January 25th. Learjet? Okay, Learjet's good. Is it on Xbox? I have no clue. No clue, man. I'm sorry.
Delta 1710, contact North California 127.4.
When is the A220 coming out? No clue. We're supposed to have an update from that. Yeah, most people love the Honda Jet. Yeah, the Honda Jet's really good too. Yeah.
Southwest 1457, contact North California 127.4.
27.4, Southwest 1457. 27.4.
Contact Portland Tower.
Portland Tower, Walker 3512.
North approach hold Delta 1710, 105, 9000, sending via Suitor 4.
Delta 1710, North Cal approach. Bravo is current. Expect that's runway 17 right. Thanks for the help.
Delta 17 will expect ILS 17 right.
Is there any reshade? No. NorCal approach, good morning, Southwest 1457, Bravo, 1500, descending on the Suitor 4.
Southwest 1457, NorCal approach, Victor Bravo, expect ILS runway 17 right approach.
So with the ILS 17 right approach, Southwest 1457. All right, let's look at the ILS 17 right approach, chat. We're going to have to grab some numbers here. We are going to plan for the Cat 2 arrival, Cat 2, Cat 3.
Little land 10 left, Walker 3512.
Let's go with 111.1. Flip that out here. 1111. Good. Flip that up. Flip this over. 1111. Good. Flip that up. Wonderful. Front course will be 168. 168 on the front course. Good.
1457, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, Southwest 1457. 168 for us on this one. Good. What else do we need? That's it. We just need our minimums. So minimums. We're going to go 100 feet. Wouldn't we use our radio barrel because we're doing a Cat 3, right, Cat? Chat, Cat 2, Cat 3. We're going to use radio minimums, so 100 feet. Off. We're going to go radio minimums, and we're going to go 100 feet. Good. How is the Horizon Sim 787-9? It's okay, Ludwig. I mean, for a freeware mod, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. FT Sim is new Pratt & Whitney 4000 sounds for the A300, and they are incredible. Interesting. May have to check those out next time we fly it. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights. Seatbelts back. Dinged. Good. Got our wing lights. Start switches. Everything's good there. Beautiful. Got our auto brake set. We can arm our ground spoilers here as well. For speed restrictions on the descent, I believe it's just 250. 250 until Ovomi. We're keeping our speed up. Got an aircraft about 7 or 8 miles in front of us. Even has the whale cry. Ooh. Captain is very low on the 787 mods. It's not even that. It's just I need more third party. Like, these mods are okay, but it's exactly what they are. Yeah. Cat 3 has no minimums because it must be so close to the ground that before you realize you've already landed. Well, it does have minimums. Is the chart? The chart is obviously showing your minimums right here, right? It's your decision height. So, I don't know. I'm not a real pilot, but my understanding is how it works with an autoland is, if at 100 feet you do not see the runway, you are committed to doing an autoland. If any time above 100 feet you do see it. Oh wait, you're right here. You're right. So wait. So do I not set a minimum? You're right. 100%. Yes. I'm sorry. I was looking at the Cat 2, not the Cat 3. So for the Cat 3, does it just not is it just nothing? Like it's just 0? I almost kind of want to do an autoland. We've never done an autoland in this aircraft. Flight deck to sim uses 50 feet for autoland. Min's V1 uses no minimums on Airbus. Interesting. So it gets set to 0. Some people are saying 50. Anything to say about the Latin VFR A320 series? No. Not worth it. Not worth the price that they're charging, man. It doesn't make sense to me to buy a payware airplane to then have to go freeware mod it. It just doesn't make sense. Why am I paying money for an airplane and then I have to pull everything out of that airplane and then put a free mod in it?
Current altimeter 3025, wind calm, overcast, ceiling overcast 300 feet.
Sterling 503, Roger. Thank you. We got Charlie.
Delta 1710, Charlie is now current. Please advise when you have.
Autolands are pretty cool. You're basically just you basically just arm left and right side autopilots, and as long as all the information is the same in both, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. We set a minimum of 100, but just as an alert height, all we say is landing. Gotcha.
Along with my desk being delivered today, I'm feeling extra butter on the landings and extra Biscoffs on the return leg.
This guy, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate that. That is incredibly kind. Matthew, oh guys, can we please get some love in chat for Matthew? Dropping the 50 bomb. Go ahead and add that on to your total for the month, my friend. It's going to put you up to 201 on the month. 201. And it's also going to bump you up to second place. Thank you very much, Matthew. Appreciate you, man.
Sterling 503, turn right heading 080.
80 on the heading, Spirit Wings 503.
Matthew, thank you again, man. Appreciate it, dude. $49 whiskey, dropping 36 months, celebrating 3 years as a first-class member. Huge no floaties to you, dude. 36 months, and he has the platinum badge. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Incredibly kind. Thank you, dude. Or no, that's the diamond leaf. Platinum is 4 years, I think, isn't it? I think so. Cap, gonna DM you on Discord a video of the Pratt & Whitney E300 sounds. Okay, cool. Thank you. Captain D-Tribs, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your business class subscription as well. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Incredibly kind. Really do appreciate it, man. Let's see what chat wants to do here. I'm gonna ask you guys, all right? Start a poll. You guys decide. Autoland.
Clearance exact chat 217 IFR 2.
Yes, no. There's the poll, chat. I'm letting you guys decide. Are we going with an autoland? How you feeling? I know you had the bug the other day. Much better. Much better now, man. Much better. Thank you, Matthew. Much better, man. Jason, celebrating 10 months, says, did you check the door plugs? Yes. Too soon. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Thank you. Incredibly kind, man. All right, between 7 and 9 at Nugget. Everything's looking good there. between 7 and 9. We're a little bit low. Well, we're already past it, but now they brought it up, I don't think I have done an autoland in this plane either. Many in the Phoenix. We've done it. We did our first one in the Phoenix. So that's lopsided. Everyone wants to see an autoland. Well, that's why we asked the community, man. We're a man of the people. Then I'm finally moved in. Is probably going to look for some factor some more. Nice, dude. Yeah, I've really been enjoying it, man. Really been enjoying them. Thoughts on the Phoenix A320?
1457 after a Vomi descend and maintain 2000.
After a Vomi descend 2000 southwest 1457. Yes, Phoenix is releasing an A321 and an A319 and some IE engines and sharklets and variants and stuff for it as well. Democracy, exactly. So I mean, the only things that you need to do, chat, to make sure that an autoland works successful is just make sure that the ILS frequency is set in both left and right. So you can see we've got 111.10, 111.10 left and right, and you have to make sure that the front course is also armed on both 168, 168. And then to do the autoland is once you capture the glide slopes, once you capture your approach mode, you want to select autopilot A and B. Both need to be on in order to do the autoland. You got this PC combo good as I'm planning to do an order on my return home. A Ryzen 5500, 32 gigs RAM, RTX 3090, 12 gig, 2 terabyte SSD. My only thing would be that CPU, Chris, the Ryzen 5500. I think that there's some better options that you could pair that 3090 with. Yeah. He does have 32 gigs of RAM. They all coming at once? I don't think so. No. For the Phoenix? No, I don't think so. Alright, so after a Vomi, which is coming up here, she wants us down to 2,000. So we're going to set 2,000. And I believe that's where our speed restriction was as well. Yeah. 210 knots. So we're going to start slowing her down now as well. 210 knots. 5800X 3D is the one? Okay, that's a good CPU. Ruben, what's up? My day is going well, man. Hopefully the same for you, dude.
Daily ground, good morning. 171 Charlie, like to get IFR clearance to...
Get your votes in now if you haven't, chat. I have a 7900X and I love it paired with my 3080. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No doubt, man. No doubt, my also, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button, chat. We're going for 300 likes today. We do have a stream later this evening as well. And we're going to be playing some City Skylines 2 tonight. Hopefully building a nice city. Wait, I thought they said that both A321 and 319 will come as a package. Well, they've lost credibility. Well, yes, the 319 and 321 are coming as a package, but the IE engines and the sharklets I don't think are coming at the same time. That's what I was saying, Litos. Sorry, I should have been a little bit more clear. Flaps 1? 153 on the approach speed today.
Delta 1710, fly heading 080.
080, Delta 1710.
Still debating between a 7800X 3D and an i9 14900. Yep, it's going to be a tough call. Is Cities on Steam? Yep.
Thank you. After a Vomi to 2000, expect ILS from my 179 approach.
After a Vomi to 2000, we'll expect the ILS from my 179 approach.
Alright, we're going to go vertical speed.
Hearing 503 is clear, just park.
We're going to go 500 feet per minute.
Fairings 503, taxi to terminal straight ahead. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You two take care and got the runway mile out 500 feet, Fairings 503.
Oh, we got it at 500 feet? Chat. I don't know if we're going to do an autoland if you had the runway at 500 feet, or are we going to do it? We're doing an autoland regardless, chat, or if we have visual, can we take control and manually land the aircraft? What do you guys want to see? Hey, got late to the party, but looking forward to the Autoland. Nice. I think everybody wants the Autoland.
Delta 1710, are you at final approach speed?
You want to do the Autoland regardless? Okay.
Delta 1710
We'll pretend it's one of those
yes,
testing
a little
flights.
approach.
One of those flights where we,
Delta 1710, roger.
they have to do it, right? Isn't that like a thing where they have to test the Autoland?
You're fine to just maintain 210 knots or less. Fly heading 140, join local weather.
Take the day off? Well, we got to do the return flight. We're definitely hand flying the return flight into Long Beach.
Delta 1710, maintain 210 knots or less till...
I love flying into Sacramento usually. It's just beautiful.
210 till
The,
1710.
all the crops and stuff that are going... It's crazy that the weather's like this today.
And Delta 1710, you're 4 miles from Faten.
Any way to see an Autoland replay? No. Fortunately not, Will. If it was the final flight of the day, we could, but it gets all messed up, man, if you try and do a replay in the middle of the flight. We'd have to, like, reload the whole simulator. Auto here and manual into Long Beach, exactly, yeah. That's the plan.
Southwest 1457, fly heading 080.
Heading 080, Southwest 1457. Right, 080. Getting our vectors now.
Correction.
Fun fact, I was born in Sacramento. Very cool, Austin. I think I've asked this 1,000 times, but when can we go to Jeddah again? It's in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll probably when we get the 777, to be honest with you, man. Do some Emirates ops and stuff like that. Qatar. Probably when the 777 comes out, we'll probably get a lot more like Middle Eastern ops and stuff like that. I still want to do some Cairo ops as well. What throttle am I using? Today I'm using my Honeycomb Bravo. Honeycomb Bravo. Rolling our speed back because we're going to get put on a pretty short final here. I'm going to bug back to 180. Just give the aircraft in front of me a little bit more breathing room as well. Never have cycle 2401 has been released. Good. Miss working at SMS. The ground crew loves seeing the FedEx MD-11s take off every morning. Ooh, yes. That would be nice. Going to give us a turn here any second.
Southwest 1457, flighting 160, join localizer.
Heading 160, join localizer, Southwest 1457. There's the turn. Beautiful. We'll arm our localizer. Loc captured.
Southwest 1457, 4 miles from Faten, maintain 2000 till established localizer cleared ILS, runway 17 right approach, maintain present speed or less till Faten.
Our present heading cleared for the ILS 17 right will remain, keep present speed till happen for Southwest 1457. Got a question on the MDT scenery. Did the layout of the gates seem to work for you? Got the airport from Anybuilds. MDT, KMDT, which one is that? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank for what airport. Sorry, G-Mark. Any good scenery for the Middle East? There are, depends where you want to go. But yeah, there's tons.
Capital Tower, good day, Delta 1710 on the ILS 17 right.
Alright, tower frequency 1257.
Delta 1710.
125.7.
Daily ground fence Cessna 10 Charlie, central ramp with Romeo taxi.
Good. I didn't label the gates properly when I tried to load in. Is that, do you have GSX? Could it be GSX doing something weird?
Bravo 10 Charlie.
Oh, the exam. Yeah, maybe could it be with the could be with GSX? Did you disable the third-party jet bridges, which also fixes the whole parking? Did you also download the GSX profile if you don't have GSX? Or sorry, if you didn't have a profile for it?
Southwest 1457, contact Capital Tower. Have a great day. Thanks for talking.
I'm too fast? No, not at all. Perfectly fine. Is that for Southwest 1457?
That's what I meant to say. If I didn't, yeah, Southwest 1457, contact Capital Tower.
No, you definitely did. I just misunderstood. Sorry, my apologies. Contact Tower, thanks for the service. Southwest 1457. All right, Tower 25.7, and then we're going to have ground frequency on 21.7. 21.7 for ground. Capital Tower, good morning. Southwest 1457, ILS 17 right.
Southwest 1457,
right, gear down.
Capital Tower, runway 17 right, clear to land.
17 right, cleared to land, Southwest 1457. Flaps 15 degrees. Get final approach speed plugged in now. We're through Faten. We're on about a 4-mile final. So go final approach speed is going to be 153. Good. And we'll go and get flaps 25 degrees now. And flaps 30. Coming through 160 knots.
1,000.
Beautiful. 1,000 feet. All of our lights are on. We're ready to go. Ground spoilers armed. Auto brakes. Good. Do I control the throttles, chat, in an auto land? How does this work? Should I take over the throttles or should I let everything do it by itself? I don't know. Hey, have any guesses on my GSX doesn't work in Zurich? It says something about user settings. What scenery do you have for Zurich? Yes, the second autopilot goes on as well. You are correct. Thank you.
500.
Wait, so I don't touch the auto throttle. I just engage reversers. Do I have to like turn it off or anything? It'll retard automatically at 27 feet. Interesting. All right, cool. Well, there's visual. We do have visual, but again, we're going full auto land here, chat. I'm ready for reverse thrust. Do I have to? When do I disconnect autopilot? After it's like on the ground? Let's see. We're all rating you. That's gonna be firm. Sheesh. Came in a little bit fucking spicy there, chat. See, chat, listen, you're spoiled with my landings, okay? This is an automated I told you, man. I always told you guys you were so spoiled with my landings. Oh man. But to be fair, that's pretty much a realistic landing. Maybe a little bit more firm than one would expect. What were the numbers on that one? 1.14 G. Definitely felt that one. They definitely felt that one in the back chat. Hey man, you can't blame me. I was an auto land. Alright, we're vacated Alpha 11. Tower Southwest 4257, vacated Alpha 11.
Southwest 1457, taxi terminal via Alpha, ready to the gate, monitor ground. Have a great day. Thanks for your help.
Alpha to the gates. Thanks for wonderful ATC. We'll see you soon. Southwest 1457. Average Boeing landing. All right, we're going Alpha, and then we're going to go Charlie into the ramp. As far as gates go, we want to be somewhere on the bottom here. We'll go to Bravo 19. Seems like a good gate for us. We'll go GSX. Bravo 19. No. ASIG. Good. Cool. Sweet. Chat. We made it. We're down. Auto land. Take it or leave it. I still think we do a better job at manually landing. But you guys wanted to see the auto land, so there is the full auto land as promised. Now, hour and 14 minutes on the flight here. Now yeah. I think you put second autopilot too late for Cat 3 to be activated properly. I don't think so. I think you're fine. I think it did everything that it was supposed to do. I don't think arming the autopilot 2 would have made for a smoother landing. It flared. It did everything that it was supposed to do. It cut the power. It flared. I would agree maybe if we didn't do everything possible, but it said single channel on the PFD. I don't know. It should have said land 3 on the PFD for it to be an auto land, not CMD. weird. Interesting. Well, what's the difference? What, is it gonna land smoother if you put on like a cat? If you arm both and it says dual channel? I don't think it would. That really have affected the actual landing though? That seems a little bit odd, no? Is that an actual thing? EPU gen on, EPU bleed is on, good. ISO valve open. We'll flip this to EPU gen, good. Autopilot 2 was armed, but apparently I armed it too late. I didn't even know that that was a thing. Honest to God, I had no clue that that was like an actual thing. I just figured as long as it was armed by, you know, ILS dive. To me, it flared. It flared. It was just obviously yeah, by 800 feet RA. Can someone roll back the tapes and see when we had that on by? Maybe we just missed it. I mean, shit, I had no clue. That's we all just learned something there. We may have to do a redemption auto land then to give it a fair chance. Maybe it does land better than that. Redo it at Long Beach. Just a day of auto lands. That's the easiest day ever for a flight sim pilot. Alright, beautiful. Park brakes are on. EPU's on. EPU bleed is on. EPU gens are on. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Anti-collision light is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Sacramento. Looking good. All that is set. All that is done and set. Good. These go off. Good, good, good. Sweet. Cool. Command 2 is armed at 600 feet. Ooh. So maybe it was then. Maybe it was. Maybe we didn't give it a fair shot. Interesting. I had no clue that it would had to be armed at like a certain altitude. I guess it makes sense because it is a system, so it needs to. Interesting. Cool. Well, there you go, chat. We learned a lot today. That's for sure. Can you tell I really never do auto lands? This is like foreign territory for me. I do not do a lot of auto lands. I think that is probably we've done less than 5 auto lands in our entire streaming career. So, that's cool. That's interesting. Thank you for all the help. It's asking me to do ground power? That was weird. Alright, give me a second here, chat. We're going to get our stuff set up here for the return flight to Long Beach. We're going to go here. I've got some tunes for you guys. Put that on. That can go down. Can go there. Alright, cool. We are going to be... That's a cool call sign if we can use this one. Yeah, alright, cool. Southwest 333. Yep. SMF over to KLGB. Good. We're going to be in the 737-800. Economy. Good, 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 good. That's all done. We're departing out of 17 right. That should be all correct. Okay, cool. We'll generate our flight plan. Just rolled back the tapes. 500 RA for the second autopilot, and the flare was never armed by the FMA. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. You will see flare and rollout on the MCP for Autoland Cat 3. Okay, so I guess we have to do this again then. When you capture the loc and glide slope, you can arm autopilot 2. Okay, which will bring you down with a butter landing. Okay, well, what's the weather doing? Is the weather still weird in Long Beach? Maybe we can do another one into Long Beach then. We'll see what the weather's doing there. Cab Carolina, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Cap, for some reason my parking brake won't disengage when I try to click the PMDG. It only engages weird. Never had this issue. You have to hold your toe brakes down. Yeah. Windsor 120, 10 mile visibility, broken at 900. Here's what we'll do. We'll shoot another Autoland. We'll do another Autoland this week at some point. We won't do it today because I still want to manually fly the approach down into Long Beach. What we'll do is we'll do another Autoland at some point this week and we'll test it out. I'll make sure that we arm. That's obviously my fault. I didn't know that it was a thing that you had to arm it by a certain altitude, but now we do know. So yeah, gonna have to swap aircrafts. I mean, yes and no. It wasn't too bad. It was still only a 300 and something, 382. I mean, come on, still very, very, very feasible with a 382. I don't see any issues with that at all. Banksy, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope all is well. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and fire off our flight plan here on Pilotedge. And I do believe that we can get CPDLC for this airport. I think. Let me check. I think we can get CPDLC, which is going to be pretty cool. Download software, fans GUI, SMF, yes, we can. All right, cool. So we can do CPDLC, which is really cool. So we just have to reconnect, disconnect, connect, and we're going to be southwest, tree, connect, good. All right, and we're just going to give this a little bit here, southwest, tree. We'll throw that into there. Just give that a second or two for the staff over at Pilotedge to accept it, so that our CPDLC can go through. We're going to flip this guy. We're going to go to here, unload, import, sim brief, do the return flight. Good. That's set and done there now as well. Beautiful. Sweet. Our approach looks like it's going to be pretty fun in the Long Beach, chat. Because it comes, we got to keep altitude above LAX, right? That's why there's that departure out of LAX. You have to stay below 3,000 feet because there's the crossing here. This should be a really cool approach. The weather is obviously a little bit better in Long Beach now. It's just showing broken at 900 feet. So it's a little bit better. We're still going to take it probably down to about 1,000 feet, but we should be able to see some beautiful views of the descent down into LA. Should be a cool flight. Still very respectable for the real world. See, exactly. Huskers, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome. Just missed an Autoland. Although it wasn't an Autoland performed properly, but you missed an Autoland. Hiccup, on the new FSS E175, when you fly on Pilotedge, the ATC doesn't see you even after turning on the transponder. Yep. I don't know what would be causing that. Probably something in the back end. The coding isn't being done properly. I need to update all of our information here. The banner? Yeah, doing it right now. All right, there we go. Beautiful. Cool. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's start loading up some new stuff here. We're going to go back here. We're going to go to electronic flight bag. We're going to request new data. Southwest 333. We are going from SMF to Long Beach. Our alternate's actually going to be Las Vegas, so that's pretty interesting. Going to have a wicked tailwind, 315 at 82, so that's going to be real nice. Cool, all of that is set. Let's come down here. We're going to go to our route tab. We're going to go flight plan request, SMF to Long Beach. We're going to select that. We're going to go set payload, clear, set fuel, clear, select route, and give that a second to run through what it needs to do. The Doha Hamad scenery from MXI Design is any good? I have no clue. I don't know. I can't remember. I think so, but I'm not sure. Are there any reviews up? Go to Sim Market and see if anybody's put any. Yeah. Just rewound and watched the Autoland. Firm she was? Yes, she was firm. Nice and firm. Route uplink loading, so it's taking care of all of that. We can try and send off our CPDLC now. We'll activate and execute that. So if we come up here and we log on to Southwest 333, we should be able to send log on. And there we go. We are now logged on. So now what we're doing is we're waiting for a charm. You'll hear like a ding, and that'll let us know that we've received our clearance. So everything is good there. We're just waiting for a message received. We should hear it usually within a minute. You'll hear it. And then you can go plug in all of your information. We can start off, we can go to our NITREF and start plugging in some information like 0 fuel weight. I'm going to leave everything else for here. I don't think anything's going to change. We're going to be on the Foothill 3 out of 17 right with the Foxtrot Romeo Alpha transition, which we should study, chat, right now. Foothills 3, what is the Freant? Here we go. All right, we've got an ATC message. Cleared to LGB Airport, Foothills 3, Freant. That is filed, maintain 9,000, effect 350 after 5 minutes, departure frequency 127.4, squawk 2156. We're going to accept that message. You can see that it immediately moves from open to closed, which now will send a ping back to the controller and let them know that we have accepted our flight plan. So it's exactly as filed. We've got all that in there. That's good. We go to our route tab here again. We can go to our arrival. We're going to plan for the... I think they're done deboarding as well. They are good. We're going to go GSX, and we're going to go to restart Kutao. We are going to plan for the ILS runway 30 via the Pacific 2 arrival. Pacific 2 for runway 30. We're going to have it via the Redberg transition. And we're going to plan for the ILS 30. And we'll have a look at the approach now. So go Long Beach, we'll go to approach, we'll go ILS 30. We'll pin it, we'll have a look. It looks like we're going to take it in from Ezekiel. Yeah, Ezekiel. So that's what we're going to end up selecting. Now... it would be cool if we could do... there's a really cool approach into here. I think it's the RNAV runway 12. Yeah. There's a really cool RNAV approach into here. What were the winds? What were the winds, chat? Hold on. Weather. Pilotedge. Winds are 120 at 3. Arriving and departing runway 26 left, 26 right, and 30. ILS runway 30. We gotta shoot the ILS and the 30. It's still a fun approach no matter what, but... it's always cool when you can do the RNAV approach into runway 12. They might do it for me. We'll have to ask and speak. Hopefully it's not too big of a thing to do, but we'll see. We want it via Ezekiel. We'll plan for the ILS 30. Maybe we can request the RNAV. So it's pretty sick that you could do CPDLC. That's awesome. Yes, another great feature of the Pilotedge network, right? I wish VATSIM could do something like that, like even just run it off of like the fans GUI, something like this. Like if we could have this on VATSIM, I feel like this would just make events and that type of stuff so much easier, but hey, I understand why not, right? Okay, that's all good. I'm happy with all of that. That's all set. Let's go back to our NITREF. Let's plug in some information here. Let me go to GSX. We're going to request our boarding sim brief. Okay. It's going to pull all our information. 181 passengers going back to Long Beach, chat. Request boarding. Good. We'll go ASIG again. Okay, reserve, we're going with 2. We're going to go ahead and perf-init request. We'll let that fill itself out. What's interesting with the autopilot, the Honeywell MCP with the analog standby instruments, it will only give you flare only on Cat 3 Autoland on the MCP. If you're using a Collins MCP with the ISFD, the standby instruments, it will say rollout and flare. Rollout means it will keep your nose centerline. Interesting. It's kind of cool. All right, let's load up our perfs. We'll execute that. I mean, that looks pretty good for performance. I'd go with a cost index of 35. That's usually what we go with anyways, so we'll just leave that like that. Okay, cool. That all looks good to me. You can see our cruise winds 315 at 82. We're going to have an 82 knot tailwind. It actually got up into the 90s, so that's interesting. Let's go to N1 percentage, and then we need to go over to our electronic flight bag to use our performance tool. So we're going to import from OFP, Sacramento. We're going to select 17 right. Good. We're going to import from aircraft. Good. That's all set. That's all set. We're going to import the weather. That does all of that. And then we're going to calculate that. Beautiful. Acceleration height, 1,500 feet. Good. We're going with the flaps 5. Of course, N1, we're looking for about 91.2. We're in the takeoff range. We're doing a cell temp of 50 degrees today. So again, 50 degrees on the cell temp. Good. Go to our takeoff page. Flaps are going to be 5 degrees. Trim is 5.7. So we're going 5 degrees. CG weight, 19.3. Trim value, 5.7. And then we've got our V-speeds. V-speeds, 44, 45, 49. 144, 145, 149. Good. Cool. All that looks good to me, chat. We are basically all set up. We are now just waiting for the boarding process. That's it. Some airports allow CPDLC through the Phoenix on VATSIM. I've used it before for clearance. Yeah, you need to have the Hoppy though, isn't it? It's a little bit different, or does it work almost exactly the same? That's a huge level of realism. Goal of every flight we do is to talk the fewest number of people. Of course, yeah, for sure. I've done the RMP Yankee approach into YYC and YQB IRL. The constant radius turns are super impressive. I honestly think 10 to 15 years ILS will be a thing of the past. Yes and no. I do agree with you. I do agree that I think RMP is definitely the future. If you look now, man, I mean, most arrivals, they're all, right? RNAV departure, RNAV arrival. You're not wrong. I feel like it's probably the more precise way. And then how would they do an, like, how would you do an AutoLand RNAV? Would it just be waypoints essentially down to the runway to replace like an ILS? Where are we flying tomorrow? No stream tomorrow. Next stream is going to be on Saturday. And I'm not sure. We're going to be somewhere on the West Coast. Maybe Salt Lake City. I'd like to go up to Portland as well, maybe. So, yeah. United has something private that's better than ILS, but only for United. The ILS is more precise. Absolutely. For landing automations, yes. I would agree. ECAP, what do you think of an ultra-wide monitor from Microsoft? I'd better use 32-inch curve. It's up to you, Jay. Obviously, when you go with those ultra-wides, you just have to be careful of like the impact to the performance on your computer, right? Those ultra-wide monitors are usually in like a 4K resolution, 2 to 4K resolution, so it can be a little bit more demanding on CPU, GPU, right? More so GPU. So you'd always just have to be a little bit careful of those things. RNAV is not an AutoLand approach. Correct, I know that. I was just saying, as 737 guy mentioned, he thinks in 10 to 15 years, ILSs will be a thing of the past. So that was my question. If they move from an ILS to an RNAV, how would you be able to do an RNAV approach to do like a, to do a Cat 2 or a Cat 3? How would that type of system work? The Hoppy system? Okay, I do have a Hoppy account, Moff Jam. So I might have to look into that then. Yeah. RJ, my man, dropping the $5 donation. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Huge no floaties to you. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the support, my man. Alright, we're just waiting for the rest of the passengers to board up, chat. Got the baggage loading as well. I don't think they'll get rid of an ILS as essential for landing in weather. Yeah. Yeah, well, unless they come out with some type of new system or something, right? That's what I was saying. I wonder if they, I wonder if something like that is even possible. What is this music, chat? I don't even know what we're listening to right now. This is a new playlist that they uploaded. ECAP's greetings from Germany. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back, Ben. Hope all is well. ECAP, about EPKT on Saturday. I've sent you an email. You're so much invited. Have a great flight. Unfortunately, we're in North America this weekend for flying. So I'm probably, I saw my phone light up. I saw the email. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to pass for this one. Captain Pass. But if you want to let me know when the next event is, I could most likely, hopefully join, man.
Hey, Captain, hope all is well. For
Hey.
some reason I don't think we will see Detroit today, Lamau. Smiley face.
No Detroit today. Maybe later this week. Get some Detroit. 1440p though, not 4K. However, I do run DSLR with my 4080 to run higher resolutions to make the image a little bit more crisp. Got you. Okay. That makes sense. I'll eventually, I mean, the next monitor I'm going to get is going to be a 1440p, so I'll eventually move up. Do you use DX12? I do because I'm using frame gen. Yeah, so I am using DX12. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a non-movement. We just have to call when we're like here. Charlie, we're taxiing all the way up Alpha here for 17 right. Not too long of a taxi, actually. 17 right is what we're planning here for the departure. We may get 17 left, but I think 17 right. Apparently every discontinuity flies you to Detroit. Yes. Captain Lavcore, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope we're doing well. 1440p in Microsoft is delicious to look at. Yes, I could definitely agree with that. Everything would be so much more crisp, right? They're working on GLS implementation, which is supposed to be as accurate as an ILS. Interesting. Very cool, man. Very, very, very cool. Technology, man. Captain, any help on setting up a custom wing / engine view for my fly-by-wire A32NX? No amount of YouTube videos didn't help. So it should help. What you need to do is you need to locate your community folder, right? Locate your community folder, locate the fly-by-wire A320, so it's going to look like this, right? Here's your fly-by-wire A320 Neo. You're going to come over here, you're going to try and find, I think you need to go to Sim Objects, Airplanes, fly-by-wire A320 Neo, and then you're going to look for your camera config. And that is what you're looking to replace, or if you want to set your own views, you need to watch tutorials. You're going to need to open this up and you're going to need to change an XYZ value. Here is your XYZ value. You need to change this to like -5 and then save it. And then when you load in at a -5 value, your head point should be 5 things outside, so it should put your view outside the cockpit, which then you need to move your camera system around and get it to bring itself to a wing view. You just got to follow instructions, man. I know that it may be a little bit difficult at first, but it's literally the same for every airplane. Every airplane. I had a shitty non-gaming 4K monitor, but those OLED ultra-wide screens in 1440p, those black levels are just amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Those are beautiful monitors, man. I actually really enjoy this monitor that I'm using. I don't even think it's anything crazy, anything special, right? Just 165 hertz, 1 millisecond, 32-inch curved. Kind of good for everything, you know? Do you think Pilotedge is better to use than VATSIM? Depends what you're looking for, Spawn. It really depends what you're looking for, man. For a little bit of a quieter, maybe more professional environment, if you will, in an essence, then yes. If you're looking for constant ATC, meaning that ATC is on for 16 plus hours a day, you know for a fact that you're going to find a controller online controlling. It's not like a guessing game, you know? Yeah. I don't know who you're referring to. Are you referring to me as Franklin Fire Falcon? Pilotedge is 100% better than VATSIM, the next level experience. It is, like I said, it depends what you're looking for. Some people VATSIM is more than enough for them, right? So I get it. It depends what you're looking for. I feel like everybody at some point in their flight sim career, whether it might take you a couple years of flying on VATSIM and stuff like that, but at some point you're going to want to try out Pilotedge. I feel that it's an experience in its own, you know. Hey, Gap, what's your opinion on the Rotate MD-11? I've just got it today. I think it's great. Did you ever rate it when you were in X-Plane 11, X-Plane 12? Yeah, we flew the hell of it in X-Plane 11. It's a great aircraft. Yeah, it's fun. It wasn't a smooth release, but yeah. Hope things are well. What's a fun medium range flight from Vegas? Medium range flight from Vegas. So you go Vegas to Chicago, Vegas to Atlanta, Vegas to, depends where you want to go, Vegas to Vancouver if you want to do some Air Canada. Lots of flights. Lots of flights to and from Vegas. Wonder why there is no Pilotedge in Europe. Controllers are paid. I know that has something to do with it. Something to do with tax structure and how the taxes work. Make it a little bit difficult, working laws and stuff, but Chicago it is. Nice. Do Southwest, fly into Chicago Midway. Or you could fly United or American and fly into O'Hare. On VATSIM, it also depends where and what controller is controlling. Some FIRs are the more serious than others. 100%, absolutely. I feel like if you want to experience Pilotedge in Europe, just go fly in Germany when they're fully staffed. German controllers are, you know, an amazing experience. They want to expand slowly because the controllers are IRL controllers and have to be paid first reason. Yeah. That makes sense. Had a 19-hour travel day yesterday. Sat for a total of 3.5 to 4 hours in a diverted CRJ 200. And that was just the first leg. Oh, dude. That is brutal. And a 200 as well. Oh. Nobody wants that. Does Pilotedge have it like a central HQ, or do they work remotely? They work remotely, BombTech. Yeah. With a toddler, oh boy, you must just be in great humor today. Oh man. What kind of ruins the experience on VATS for me is the little bit of kids' voices. I hear so many now that it makes it less immersive. Yes and no. Again, everybody's going to have a difference of what they want out of a network, right? Flutterer, I mean, the one good thing that you could say about Pilotedge, 18 plus, right? You have to be 18 years or older to join the Pilotedge network. So there's that as well, right? Since when is there grunge in the 7.3 cockpit? This is a mod. This is it's the dirty weather textured mod for the 737. Remember my first flight was on a Tupolev 154 with the Hungarian airline Milev. Damn. That would have been interesting. That would have been cool. All right. It is an RNAV departure, so we're immediately making a left turn direct foothill. And then out to Gordo, and then to Freant VOR. Our initial climb was 9,000 feet. So we'll set that now. Initial climb 9,000 feet, and then we had our V speeds 149. Rotation speed. Okay, cool. We have 5 more passengers, chat, and then we're ready to push back. Budapest to Mexico. That's a long flight, dude. Holy. So it's fun to hear VATSIM. Can I step away for 20 minutes? I have to go eat dinner. I mean, I don't mind that, dude. Sometimes I have to step out as well, right? Gotta have a snack, gotta have lunch, gotta have this, but yeah. All right, there we go. Fully boarded, chat. Let's go to GSX. We're going to request pushback and departure. Good. Let's go to the overhead. Let's get our fuel pumps back on. We're already sitting on APU, so we don't have to do much there. APU bleed is on. All of that looks good. We can get these guys back on. Good. We're going to flip that. That's all good. That is all good. Sweet. We'll get our anti-collision light on as well, and we'll make sure that the passengers are seated. Beautiful. And I'm going to pause the music. Here we go. Get ready for pushback. Watch outside as they're connecting everything. Oliver, my man, thanks so much for the $10 donation. Appreciate that. Incredibly kind.
Completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Thank you. Huge snow floaties to you, Oliver. Thank you very much for your support of the channel, my friend. I appreciate that. That is incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Captain, have an amazing flight. Thanks for choosing my medium haul flight today. No worries, Oliver. Oh, where's he going, chat? Oh. No problem. Had a couple drinks on lunch. He's doing okay. Right. Don't know. Wheel chocks removed?
Locking gear.
We're on park brake. I don't know why the wheel chocks didn't remove themselves automatically, but there we go. Wheel chocks are gone. Hello from Portugal. Regis, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, we want to be with ground. Actually, you know what we're going to do before we push ourselves back? We want to go tail right. Before we push ourselves back, let's grab the ATIS 12675. Actually, let me just do this. 12675. Hey, RJ, my man. Huge snow floaties too, dude. Thank you very much for the gifted membership as well. Huge snow floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind.
Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
All right, we've got ATIS information echo.
Sacramento International Airport. ATIS information echo. 1922 Zulu.
All right, and the only other thing that we need to do before we start moving, chat, what do we need to do? Before we start moving, we need our new squawk code in here. So, squawk code 2156. 2156. Good. And then our departure frequency, which we had here, was on 127.4. 127.4. Good. And then what we can do now is we can log off. Go return, log on. We'll log off. Good. And we're going to go ahead and release our park brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Beautiful. Upstairs. Packs off. Pushback has commenced. Go ahead and
Hey
spool up engine number
CPT
2.
Canada, have an amazing flight. Thanks
you.
for choosing my medium haul flight today.
No worries. Glad I could do that, man. Glad I could help out. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind, man. We got Jay dropping a gifted membership as well. Huge no floaties to you, Jay. Thank you very much as well. Appreciate you, my man. Huge no floaties. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate it, man. Guys, if you got a gifted membership from either RJ or Jay Stevens, please make sure you say thank you. Incredibly kind, man. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Let's introduce fuel number 2. Of that deep bass. Watch from the Netherlands, have been interning in the aviation space and watching your streams is great. Mathis, very cool, man. Congratulations with that. And thanks for hanging out. Glad you're enjoying the streams, man. Thank you. Gotta catch a rotate before you lay down. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm liking the yoke sensitivities now as well. Feel really good. Captain, after installing GSX, my load times in the sim were crazy long. Interesting. I don't think GSX would have anything to do with load times, but did you disable third-party jetways and stuff like that? It's the only thing I think that could be causing issues, but we also need to change this. We're going to 35,000 feet, chat, so we need to bug that up there as well. All right, we have start valve open and 2% rising. We're looking for 25%. We'll introduce fuel. There she goes.
Unlocking gear.
Makes the load time longer on older PCs. Mine takes forever too. Interesting. Huh. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's like compiling for every airport or something, if that's why. Interesting. Is that vape of the green variety? Yes.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass.
Alright, Cap, gotta head out. Sorry I couldn't stay longer. Hope to catch another one soon. Maybe 777 comes out.
Left is clear. Right
Be
is
awesome.
clear.
We'd love to help out if you know what I mean. Hey, man. Awesome, dude. Congratulations again, Cucumber. And thank you for the support today, man. Incredibly kind. Thank you for the knowledge as well. Making sure we arm some certain things before we do it. Thanks so much for your support, man. Appreciate you, dude. And we've got Mathis coming up into business class as well. Huge no floaties to you, Mathis. Thank you very much for your support, my friend. Welcome aboard. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. All right, got 2 good engines. Let's go flaps 5 degrees. Back upstairs. Packs auto. Isolation valve auto. APU bleed goes off. Engine gens go on. APU goes off. Start switches to continuous. Flip this over to Gen 1. Yaw damper comes on. Probe heat comes on. Everything looks good there. Happy with all of that. Looking great. Let's go ahead and auto brake over to max RTO. We'll make sure our trim values are set here as well. Trim value is 5.7 for departure. 0.7 looks good right about there. A little bit less. There we go. Looks good to me. And that all looks good. Get that guy off like that. Sweet. Cool. We're all good. That's all set. Cool. Park brake comes off. Go ahead and pull ourselves forward here, and then we'll go ahead and request taxi, and we're going to be Charlie short of Alpha. And we have ATIS information echo. Good. Capital Ground, good afternoon. Southwest 333 on Charlie, short of Alpha with ATIS echo, ready to taxi 17, right?
Southwest 333, Capital Ground, runway 17 right, taxi via Alpha.
17 right by Alpha, Southwest 333. It's going to be weird saying Southwest 333. Tree. You have to do proper aviation lingo. Where is KLGB? Long Beach, just outside of, like real close to LAX. If we look here, there's LAX, there's Long Beach. Right here. Not very far. I think it took us about 25 minutes to drive from Long Beach to LA. Tree. Josh, huge no floaties to you, man. Thanks so much for support, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. So, new job as a flight dispatcher on the 5th of February in addition to flight training. All thanks to your inspiration, of course. Man, that's incredible, dude. That is incredible, Josh. Huge no floaties to you, man. Guys, please get some love and chat for Josh. Starting some epic careers right there, man. Congratulations, dude. That is very, very cool, man. Do love me some Pilotedge flying. I buy a month subscription every now and again to get back into it. Got to be on top of your game. Absolutely you do. That's why I love Pilotedge. No days off when you're on Pilotedge. Hopefully my career as a strip club manager takes off soon. Hey, man. Mike Jones, after your music career? I'm a European pilot on VATSIM, so I don't know the American stuff. So when do you have to ask for push and clearance, or do you have to ask for them?
Hey, Captain, starting a new job as a flight dispatcher on the 5th of February in addition to flight training. All thanks to your inspiration, of course.
Very cool, man. Very, very, very cool. Thank you again, Josh. I appreciate you, man. And, of course, all the best with your new career, man. Sounds like it's going to be an absolute great time. Great time. So Captain Hun, really in North America, the only thing that you need to call for a pushback is if you're pushing onto an active taxiway, or if there's a non-movement line. Those are really the only things you need to look for. A non-movement line looks exactly like this, but it has like lines like kind of like scratched into it. That would be your non-movement line. Anything, you know, behind it would be a request for push. Anything before it, you can push into the ramp or the apron is what they call. But yeah, for the most part, you can push back on your own in North America. One, unless the controller tells you to call for push, or two, like I mentioned, you're pushing onto an active taxiway or pushing out of a non-movement line. Those are both kind of rare, though. You don't really push back on active taxiways in North America. You're usually pushing back into an apron, so you don't really have to worry about it most times. Does LGB have jetways? No. It does not. Photo Jones, thanks, man. Appreciate you, dude. I'm glad that it's getting better and better and better, right? I think it would be it wouldn't be very fun if we weren't getting better, right, at certain things. We definitely still struggle with a lot. Like, listen, man, I think like aviation, when you don't do this in real life, I think that aviation is you know, there is a lot to take in, right? You're constantly learning. And I think if you're open to that and you're good with constantly learning and constantly adapting and changing, especially for me as a flight sim streamer, right? Like, listen, and I'm not taking anything away here. Real life pilots have thousands of hours flying the same aircraft, the same type rating, right? We bounce all over the place, man. We fly, you know, so many different airplanes, so many different, you know, so for me, it's constantly just kind of changing and remembering, oh, this is how we do things on Airbus. Oh, this is how we do things on Embraers. Oh, this is how we do things on RJs. This is how we do it on Boeing, and this is how it happens, right? So, yeah. Did you get bored of flight sim? No, I love it, man. I love this is my true passion in life. I absolutely love flight sim. I love airplanes. I love flying. Yeah. Okay, we've got 1257 plugged in for tower, and then we've got 1274, which was our departure frequency, which we received through our CPDLC. So all's looking good there. We're going to arm you. Capital Tower, good afternoon. Southwest 333, short of runway 17 right, ready for departure.
Southwest 333, Capital Tower, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
17 right, cleared for takeoff, Southwest 333. Would it be wrong to say Southwest 333? I feel like I've heard pilots say 333. Somebody's asking earlier if I still use Tobii eye tracker. I do, absolutely. I just don't like having Tobii on in all circumstances because I don't like how much like it moves the camera sometimes. But yes, I still do use the Tobii eye tracker all the time. This is when it really comes in handy, when you're going to taxi onto the runway and you need to make quick glances to the left or to the right. That's when it's very, 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 very handy. Cool. Let's go ahead and throttles up to 40%. Enjoy the departure, friends. Sounds are going up. Let's go flying. Chronos on to yoga. Slight nose down pressure on the yoke. Takeoff power set.
Airspeed's alive.
Thank you.
Knots.
Neutral.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Yeah. I love the new sensitivity that we've got on this. This feels so good. See how much, like, I actually have to pull on it to make it do something. It's very nice. Dare I say, it almost feels like I'm flying the Zebo in X-Plane. The way that I have these sensitivities set, it feels very heavy. It feels very balloony. Really like those sensitivities. What are the numbers? Minus 20,
Thank you.
minus 25, minus 25, and 10% reactivity. 2% dead zone. Flaps up 1. Auto brake off. Gears locked. She's going to send us to NorCal here in a sec. 210 on the speed. We're clean. Let's go ahead and get our retractables off. Runway turn-offs. Taxi lights. Green lights. And we can expand. Nice climb performance. I'm just going to switch myself over to NorCal. NorCal departure, good morning, Southwest, 333, 5,000, climbing 9,000.
Southwest 333, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb maintain flight level 190, Southwest 333, thanks. Alright, 19,000 for us, chat, on the climb now. 19,000 is in, beautiful. Cool, it's pretty much straight out from here, so I'm just going to engage autopilot 1, bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Beautiful. Nice departure. Climbing up. Hopefully Marcus recognizes you on the return back. I don't even, you might be done. I think Marcus usually does like the mornings. I've heard 333s is part of a tail number. IRL had no issues. Controllers usually say 333 more than the pilots do on some flights. Yeah, the way that I've been told when I did my real flights with Les is you usually wait for the controller. If the controller says 333, it usually gives you the okay to say 333. You probably want to do things properly and say 323, right? Yeah, that's kind of like what Les was teaching me when I was flying IRL with him. If the controller does it, it's usually good to go. 10,000 feet, landing lights, engine start switches, and we'll get the seatbelts to the auto position as well. Flight attendants can start the in-flight services. I think it's zooming along. It is. Wait till you see our ground speed. Ground speed's going to be quite impressive. Going to be quite impressive. IRL per the code, you're not allowed to shorten your call sign unless ATC does, then it's legal. Exactly, yeah. This is the return leg. Yep, we went from Long Beach to... why am I drawing such a blank of where the hell we were going today? Sacramento. It's because we never fly into Sacramento, that's why. Saw on Twitter yesterday a ground speed is 716 on a 747. Yeah, probably crossing the Atlantic, man. The jet stream this year is just crazy, man. If you go and look at like the North American jet stream, it's like starting north and it comes all the way down to like Texas and then all the way back up. It's really, really, really weird this year. Some very odd weather. Do you prefer flying in the US or Europe? I'm probably a little bit more comfortable flying in the US, but I love flying everywhere, to be honest with you. Just some really cool airports all over.
333, contact Oakland Center 132.905.
32905, Southwest 333. 3295 for us, chat. Bug that up, send that over. We're going to get higher from them. Oakland Center, good afternoon, Southwest 333, 14,000, climbing flight level 190.
333, Oakland Center, climb and maintain for level 350, Modesto, altimeter 3023.
Yeah, climb 3503023. Thanks, Southwest. 333. All right, 35,000 is set there. Beautiful. El Nino is the culprit of that wacky jet stream. Is it? It's crazy, man. Jet stream over the Pacific was in the 200s today. It's wild. Hey, Gab, can I ask why Aerosoft is so subpar in scenery? The X-Plane Manchester has not even had the new pier extension yet. Yeah, they don't really ever go back and do updates or anything like that, Mac. You have to remember, too, Aerosoft is very much a publisher. So there's a lot of developers that kind of like develop their own scenery but sell it under the Aerosoft branch. So it might not even be done by Aerosoft. It might just be another scenery developer or something, right? Selling under Aerosoft. El Nino is predicted to deliver quite a wallop to SoCal in the near future. Oh. Better be prepared. All right, we're through 18,000. Standard barrel left side, standard barrel right side. Good. And we're continuing the And we're continuing the climb. I love the Southwest livery. Retro Arcade Dad, thank you very much for the first class subscription, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome aboard. Huge Love Floaty 2 chat. Let's welcome the newest member. Thanks so much, dude. Appreciate you. Sweet name as well. Thanks, man. And the Yellowstone Park is supposed to erupt soon, too. Oh, well. Yeah. 2024 is the year. Don't they predict these things every year? It's going to be the worst year ever. Where should we fly this weekend, chat? Where should we fly this weekend? I'm feeling maybe some San Diego. I love doing some San Diego runs. Maybe we'll do some Southwest out of San Diego. I kind of want to do some Alaska out of Portland as well. Have to fly the Freedom 1 livery again? You're right. Maybe this weekend we can fly the Freedom 1. That could be fun. Chicago Midway, we did that not that long ago, a couple weeks ago. Latin VFR A319 into Pero. Sir, have you fallen and hit your head? I believe you have. We do have to visit Pero. I really want that Phoenix 319 to be out before we fly back into Pero, though, Will. But we do have to fly back into there. Specifically, in February, Phoenix will likely get the remnants. San Diego to Phoenix is one of my favorite routes. I would agree with you, Joe. That is a fantastic route. I love that one. We've done that tons of times. Yeah. ECAP, are you running the sensitivities for the PMDG as you were for the A300? So, Austin, I've switched them just a little bit. I actually have minus 25. So I went from minus 40 to minus 25, minus 25, 2% dead zone, 10% reactivity. That's how I'm running it in the PMDG. You can create a new profile so that when you load in every airplane, you can just switch your little profile. John Wayne would be fun. I'd like to do SNA as well. Yeah, this weekend at some point. I'd like to do Palm Springs as well this week. It's kind of rare that we get Palm Springs, so I'd like to do Palm Springs as well. So I'll do my best to kind of think about some places that we can go to. Palm Springs is definitely on the menu though. SNA is fun to fly in and out of. It is, yeah, because there's so many weird constraints, right? So.
333 contact Oakland Center 127.45.
12745 Southwest 333. Palm Springs is amazing. It is. Yeah, the Indy builds Palm Springs. Beautiful.
City Center, exec jet 217, flight level 240.
Exec jet.
Jet 217, Salt Lake Center, Haley.
San Jose is good. Yeah, we haven't been to San Jose in a little bit. San Jose could be good as well. Some Southwest ops. Maybe Alaska ops. Maybe we could do San Jose to Portland, Alaska. I think Alaska does that one. Chat, look at the ground speed. Look at our tailwind as well. Oakland Center, good afternoon. Southwest 333, flight level 240, climbing 350.
Exec Jet 333, Oakland Center, thank you.
It's okay. She called me exec jet, but we're west. I said WestJet. Southwest. Alaska for Pilotedge. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to spend the week on Pilotedge. We're going to get some, yeah, we may do one of the days, maybe Sunday on VATSIM, so like everybody can kind of join, right? So. Siri, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome back. John Wayne, my local airport. Hope the streams have been great, Cap. Haven't simmed or watched Microsoft in a while. Much love, bro. Alexander, good to see you, man. Sims are going great, dude. We're on the cusp of so many great aircraft. We're almost there, man. We're almost there. Alaska 7-3 with a door falling off. Oh boy. Could you imagine? SNA to Cabo San Lucas. That could be a good one too. Yeah. Fun times, Ray and Nancy. That could be a cool one. We also have the Tijuana scenery that I want to fly in and out of. TJ. Visit to Phoenix would be nice. Yeah, we did Phoenix. We did some cargo Phoenix a couple weeks ago. That's the only thing. That's why I'm kind of like hesitant to do Phoenix, because we literally just did it. I think we flew the A300 into Phoenix. We did Ontario to Phoenix and back 2 weeks ago, almost to the day, I think, 2 weeks ago today. So we might have to skip over Phoenix. We may visit, like I said, San Diego, Palm Springs, John Wayne, probably the 3 airports that I'm going to try my best to get us in and out of this week. Maybe we can do some round trip somewhere out of Palm Springs. I don't know where, but maybe we'll look to do that. Maybe we go Salt Lake to Palm Springs or something. Maybe Delta does it in the 7-3. I don't know. If you think Pilotedge is more realistic than VATSIM, or is it the same? It definitely can be a little bit more realistic. I guess it depends where you're flying, Siri. It's definitely more realistic and more of a training network than VATSIM is in that aspect, but yeah. You do some UPS ops. Louisville, we just don't have any DFW scenery, Dan. That's kind of the problem with DFW. There's no scenery, dude. I mean, the scenery that's available is just abysmal. It's real bad. Who's got a good Salt Lake City? PACSIM. PACSIM is a great Salt Lake City. It's all completely redone. The new layout, bomb tech. When we visit the Caribbean, doing some flights, maybe JetBlue, Delta, we literally just did that, Korea. We did flight into Freeport. We did a flight into Nassau a couple weeks ago, man. So we just hit up the Bahamas, and we're about to get a world update for the Caribbean as well. So we'll definitely do some more flights in the Caribbean once that world update comes out. Still no DFW. Nope. Still none, man. We still don't have Flight Beam SFO either, which we're like desperately in need of. I'd be flying into San Francisco so much more if we had actual decent scenery. Right now it's just the handcrafted scenery, and it's not very good. The least realistic thing about VATSIM is the traffic levels, either nothing or 200 arrivals. Well, they need to. The thing is, Brady, and we've been talking about this a lot recently, is I think they're going to have to start limiting the amount of people that sign up for these flights. But then again, how do you limit somebody, like, right? Like, what are you going to tell somebody they can't land or depart out of an airport because there's an event going on? It's kind of weird, man. I love VATSIM events and I love things and stuff like that, but yeah, like, I mean, look at Will, dude. Will was on the ground. Will was doing like a 45-minute flight, and he ended up being on the ground for over 4 hours waiting for his clearance. And it's like, come on. Like, I don't know how the hell you did it, Will. How many bowls did you rip through sitting there for 4 hours? It's just, yeah. The point of VATSIM events is to get tons of traffic. I agree, Bomb Tech, but to the point where you're sitting for 4 hours, that's not realistic, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for delays. I'm all for realistic delays and stuff like that, and I love having traffic and people flying, and absolutely, I'm all for that. But like, when there's 4 hour ground stops because there's that, come on, that's not cool, man. We're not. I want to fly my plane. I'm not getting paid to sit there, you know, like the real airline pilots. Sure, 4 hour delay, no problem. Let me sit here and get paid, right? But like, you know, or let me time out. There's no timeouts, you know? I love traffic, dude. Don't get me wrong. Don't think that I don't love traffic. It's just, yeah.
Affirmative, X-ray, runway 31 for check.
Will was Smokey the Bear for 4 hours? I sure hope he was. Oakland and John Wayne streamed the other day, 3 hours and 52-minute ground delay. Longest VATSIM delay ever. Most times there are no delays. The problem was the runway ops with 100 plus arrivals. Yeah, that's bananas, dude. It's absolutely bananas. I don't think I would have been okay with that, to be honest with you. That might be pushing my boundaries of where I'm okay to, you know. 3 hours and 52 minutes. It's ridiculous.
217 report inbound from Juneau.
I could not. Your absolute treasure. Yeah, I did. Like I said, how many bowls did you rip through, Will? How many chooches on the vape pen did you go through? I forgot. Do you do vape pen? Do you do oils? GMC, my man, upgrading his membership to first class. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate you. Going from business to first class, that means he gets a nice lobster dinner. They kept saying 1 hour. It kept getting pushed. Had I known I'd been there for 4 hours, I would have been long gone. Got you. Okay. So at that point, you were just committed. You were like, all right, listen, I'm here. We're doing it. We were holding short of the runway at PDX for an hour with the engines off because SFO was too congested and the winds were gusting high. Damn. Is that real life or in the sim? I mean, what was it that we did, chat, one night? I think we did almost 2 hours when that event was going on. The Chicago to New York event. I think we did like 2 hours. It's a thin line to walk because our controllers want to get traffic and get the planes, and the sheer level of traffic gets overwhelming these days. So 100%. And like, I again, Brady, like I said, like I think more so what I should have said was these events that are taking place for single runway ops, that I think we need to eliminate those. Or if you're not going to eliminate them, you have to make it so it's a sign-up event. You know what I mean? You have to have like they do with Cross the Pond. You have to have a time slot. If you don't have a time slot and you don't have a call sign that's registered, then you're going to wait. You're going to have to wait. Because if you cannot do these when there's just so many people on VATSIM now, man. And there's so many ways to for these ARTCs to get the word out too, right? And so many people end up joining. It's just crazy. We planned on a nice dinner at SFO and ended up racing to grab a sandwich before boarding our next flight. Damn, it's crazy, man. That's crazy. So many female controllers on Pilotedge. They're like 0 on VATSIM. That's a difference too. Yep. I think there's 2 on Pilotedge. Plus chat kept me going. Company I didn't mind. Yeah, exactly. Landing in Lisbon in 30 minutes with Lisbon scenery for the first time. Ah, man, enjoy that, Ludwig. That's one of my favorite approaches over there. Kind of like Spain, that area, Spain, Italy. I like Genoa as well. We need to hit up Genoa. We haven't been to Genoa. Next week when we're in Europe, chat, we're going to Genoa. We're going to do some ops in and out of Genoa. 100%. ZLA leadership discussed that doing John Wayne on a weekend was something we underestimated. Smaller airports need to be Monday, Thursday events with the higher arrival airports for the weekends. 100%, man. I really feel like it needs to be 2 runways minimum for these events.
Report, Juneau, just at Gunks. Gunks, contact Haley Tower 125.6.
Retired ATC in the north of Scotland now. Very cool, GM. Very, very cool, man. Well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. And thank you very much for your subscription. Good to have you here, man. We've got a couple retired ATC viewers here who watch the channel. Also, the FIR events, like there was in Germany a couple weeks ago where the traffic is spread out, is a good way of dealing with all the traffic. Yeah, or offering 3 airports, you know what I mean, spotting? So instead of it being from like one airport to another airport, make it so that it's one airport to like 2 or 3 different destinations, you know what I mean? Pick me up some salami, oh baby. Planning to do some hops with smaller planes like ATR or PJ. If not, would be amazing to see in Europe. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Ex-Manchester and Scottish Centre. Very cool, man. Very, very, very cool. Is the handcrafted Seattle scenery good? It's okay. All the handcrafted is okay. Until they hired Gaia Simulation. Like, Gaia Simulation does all the handcrafted stuff now. So there are some good handcrafted sceneries, but the initial ones that came out with the sim, San Francisco, LA, Seattle, nah, not very good. They're okay, but they're not very good. you plan on taking the ATR out soon? Ireland regional ops are calling. Yes, I'd like to pull out the ATR soon. I've even thought maybe next week, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Have you seen this aircraft lighting pro from SoFly? I think of getting it. Have you seen the aircraft lighting pro? Nah, I usually stay away from those things, Remy. I don't... Listen, man, those things are good to take screenshots, and that's about it. It's really all you're getting from those. Look at our ground speed. 510 knots across the ground, chat. Top of descent's in 109 miles. So about 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. We'll be starting our descent into Long Beach. Could always do some Scandinavian hopping with the ATR. Scandinavian, yeah. Could do that. We don't need our CPDLC. We can close that. If we come over here and we take a look at the ATIS information Charlie now. Winds are still 120 at 3. I wonder if they'll give us the RNAV. I wonder, chat. Because we could take the Pacific. Still the Pacific to arrival. Not much changes, just the transition. We just switch off here and then do the RNAV. It's such a cool approach. We'll see. Could do the LA River visual. That's another good one too. It's a pretty cool one. I don't think we can do the visual though because the clouds are pretty low. Probably have to do the RNAV. But the LA River, there's the LA River there, chat. The famous LA River. You turn right on the final. It's kind of like the RNAV. Kind of the same. The RNAV just gives you the actual waypoints. I think the RNAV is a little bit more to the west as well. We'll see what they give us. We'll see what they want. We're coming up on Redberg now. That is our next waypoint. Mother hometown regulators mount up. Nice. Do you really have to buy every 737 model from PMDG separately? So yes, if you want the 800, the 900, if that's what you're talking about, then yes, you do. Yeah. They're priced accordingly, really, to be honest with you. I think most people own two variants. Most people either own the 700 and the 800 or the 800 and the 900. As a streamer, I own the 7, 8, and the 9. I'm pretty sure that's probably what PMDG wants you to do, but yeah. Even with VATSIM events promoting multiple airports, VATSIM pilots always see SFO staffed up and not care about San Jose or Oakland, which is also part of the problem. Not really anyone's fault, though. Yes and no. I could understand that as well. Yeah. Do you think FS24 will let us move over planes from 20? Or are we going to have to buy all the new planes? No. I don't think we're going to have to buy them all. There may be some small upgrade fees, Louis. It depends on what needs to be done to the aircraft, right? If they completely change the flight model and everything's changed and different, then yeah, I could see that because the developer is going to have to go back and they're going to have to change things, right? So I could see how there could be a small fee attached to that. But for the most part, they've even come out and said that you should be able to copy your community folder over. So, yeah. Do you have a sensitivity curve on the rudder pedals? No. And I always say, well, I do a little bit 49 Whiskey. I can check afterwards once we land. But I always say with the rudder pedals, that comes down to like how you prefer it. Some people really like to have like super sensitive rudder pedals where they just have to make tiny little movements. Some people like having big, heavy movements, right? From what I've experienced flying real life, the rudder takes quite a bit of movement, especially on these bigger jets.
Tower, wind 110 at 8, runway 31, clear to land.
What's the purpose of the middle position of the landing gear lever? So that is off. In the 737, you have gear down, you have gear up, and then you have gear off. I believe at gear off, it stops all the hydraulics running to it. I think that's what it is. And it also is system related for the gear in the off position. It's really only in the 737 I think they have that. We're going to request our winds now, chat. Helps with the hydraulics. There you go. If you think about it, planes were more expensive in X-planes, so PMDG is actually priced accordingly. I would agree. Yeah. They were very expensive in X-plane. I mean, they still are, dude. It's... yeah. Right. Winds have been loaded. Good. And then we'll go to our descent. We're going to go to forecast. And we're going to load our descent winds now.
That was 333. Contact LA Center 133.2.
133.2 Southwest 323. 133.2 for us, chat. Bug it up.
Southwest 649 Long Beach ground, runway. Looks like they've
what was our...
flipped over to 12, wind 1906. Would you like runway 12 or runway 30?
Look at that, chat. They switched over to runway 12, which means
Southwest
we get to plan for the arrival. I'm going to do this now before it gets all fucked up.
Lima 4 Delta, cross runway 12 at Lima 4.
Wait, why can't
short, runway 8
I...
left.
Wait. Erase. Sorry. Arrival.
LA Center, this is beyond 679 Kilo Juliet. I went over 577.
Pacific
I don't hear anything.
2
I'm worried I got it wrong.
on the 12s from Redberg. We're going to plan the RNAV 12. Execute. Hold on, don't do
November 9
anything
Kilo
stupid
Juliet,
airplane.
verify 135.77, 3577.
3577, 9 Kilo Juliet, thanks.
Okay, good. LA Center, good afternoon. Southwest 323, flight level 350.
Southwest 333, Los Angeles Center, roger.
333. You see Cockpit Simulator's 320 FCUs coming out soon. Pics posted on the website, so now they have a mini FCU, Windwing, and CS. Cockpit Simulator's 320 FCU. I didn't. I've seen the mini. I obviously have my mini FCU. But yeah, interesting. Okay, let's go through this just to make sure this all looks good, because we're going to plan for the RNAV now, chat. This is a beautiful approach as well, so let's step through, make sure that everything looks good the way that it should be. Look at that. That is a badass approach, chat. Sweet. Cool. There's the go-around procedure there. Beautiful. Cool.
Maintain level 240.
Our discretion down to 240, November 6th, uniform 6.
And top of descent is in 51 miles. 51 miles, chat. Is the Captain Sim 777 a scam, or why is it so bad? Again, I wouldn't necessarily say a scam, because it is posted what it is. Basically, what you're buying, Ludwig, is you're just buying an external model of a 777. You're not buying any of the systems, flight dynamics, nothing. It's basically just a model of a 777 for you to fly. Everything about it is the default 747. So it acts like it has 4 engines. It flies like a 747. You're not getting any of the... you're basically buying an external model. You're buying a nice external model to look at in your simulator. It's great for screenshots, and that's about it. Can we see your mini FCU? I don't have it here. It's put away. It's not on my desk right now because we're flying the Boeing. Patrick, what did you want to see about it? Cockpit Simulator makes a legit 737 CDU. Yeah, that's what I have right here beside me. I love the Cockpit Simulator CDU. It's fantastic. I've actually had mine for quite a while now as well. I love it. Hey, Cap, did you install both springs on the yoke or just one? I just have one. I just had it default. So however it came default, Chris. SF Aviation, I don't know how it's going to work with GSX. It'll probably just be an update for it to work with Microsoft 2024. I don't know. There might be a price. I have no clue. I don't think so, but there could be.
Southwest 649, where are you crossing the runway, sir?
Uh-oh. Southwest getting in trouble.
649, Lima 4 is well up the runway. Stand by.
Uh-oh. Alaska 737 stream soon in Alaska. I don't know about in Alaska. I'd love to do an Alaska Airlines this week, though, at some point.
333, descend via Pacific 2 arrival, runway 12 transition. The Camarillo altimeter 3013.
All right, we'll descend via the Pacific 2. We'll expect the runway 12 transition, Southwest 333. Okay, well, there we go. 29 miles till top of descent, chat. So we'll enjoy this view right here. You know what, man? We need a screenshot. That's a beautiful picture.
649, runway 12, join Delta, taxi.
Beautiful
Delta,
picture right there, chat.
Left.
Could be another screenshot for this week. Advise ready to copy a phone number. Yeah, especially with that one. 26 miles till top of drop. Let's pull open our chart here. We'll have a quick little look so you can see the Pacific 2 arrival. Tons of restrictions. Hopefully the aircraft will keep an eye on them. 280 knots on the restrictions. Bunch of altitude restrictions as well because we have Los Angeles departures. You can see here we need to be at Breckie for 3,000. So that's what we're going to do. Initial descent will take us down to 3,000. So go Breckie for 3. There we go. 3,000 is set and selected. Beautiful. Goal filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Man, really? I thought they were like one of like the major carriers out there.
Camarillo ground, runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
Wenfrey, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Is there any
aircraft calling that was broken?
Paris Charles de Gaulle scenery? Not yet, Ludwig. No. There's some great. What's the other? Paris Orly. There's really good scenery for Paris Orly, but Charles de Gaulle, no. Unfortunately.
Push on the ramps at your own risk.
Can you turn on the yoke cam and show the throttle? No. Why? What do you want to see on the throttle? It's just a honeycomb Bravo throttle with the attachments. Anchorage to Juneau is 1 hour and 18 minutes and beautiful, can be crazy weather. Anchorage to Juneau. Is that really only an hour and 18 minutes? That could be a really fun one. Yeah. And they operate that in the 7.3, right? Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can do that on Monday. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to see your hands. What are you planning to do a long haul when we get a proper long haul aircraft? Winfrey. So as soon as we get the 777, PMDG 777, TFDI MD-11, whenever those things happen. You just downloaded the Orbex Alaska Mesh. Nice, very cool. Non-stop flying in Alaska, it's amazing. Alaska flying is always great fun. You are correct. Went into work today to find tons of go-rounds and United diverted to Traverse City because of the fog. Would have made some interesting streams. Where was that, Nicholas? Use the Honeycomb Bravo. I thought the TCA Quadrant Boeing edition. I switch, critique. I alternate all the time. All the time. I don't just stick to using one throttle or I go all over. Major Brazilian carrier with Azul, but they have money issues. Really throws me for a loop when you refer to a new week on a Thursday. I know, Gray. My bad. It's just that's my streaming schedule, right? So for me, it's. I feel that it's. I mean, I could go Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. I guess that kind of makes sense. But I feel like Thursdays for me are just like the beginning because it's Thursday stream, Friday, and then 3 days in a row: Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Hey, Gap, sometimes on VATSIM I only see generic liveries. There's a way to actually see planes. Yes, you need to use model matching. You can put !MM in chat, Jones, and then follow the instructions. Not sure if you'll remember, but how I got my localizer tuned and pop up in the rotate MD-11, figured out literally everything else besides that. Don't you just hit the land button? I thought you have to hit the land button. I don't know. We'll get to say end of the week on a Monday. Well, because it's my 2-date, right? Monday is my Friday. Essentially, that's what I was trying to say. That's what I mean by that. Is Monday is my Friday because I just did, you know, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's why I consider it like that.
Long Beach Tower, wind 190 at 6, runway 12, cleared for takeoff.
Good for takeoff. He's departing Long Beach. Let's see if it's been updated here. Pilotedge. ATIS information. Echo. Winds 200 at 6. 10-mile visibility. Few at 1800. Scattered at 24. Scattered at 3. 17 degrees. 3013 altimeter. Arriving and departing runway 8 left, 8 right, and 12. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. There we go. I get it. Just saying, took some time to get used to when you're hearing it. I agree. Tons of people ask. So, like, what do you mean? It's Monday. Can't say anything really. I once told someone I will do that by Friday, whatever day of the week it is, with a straight face. See, there you go. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Ah, got you. Yeah, Mopar was showing me actually some. It was super foggy up in Chicago last night as well.
Echo, make right, close traffic, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Turns out I already had model matching. Ah, there you go, man. Sweet. So yeah, just make sure. I don't know why you would be seeing generic. Do you have? The only other thing that you would need to do is maybe you don't have the VMR file installed correctly, Joan. So make sure your VMR file is installed correctly.
Southwest 333, contact Los Angeles Center 135.5.
135.5 Southwest 333. We'll see you.
Southwest 649, contact SoCal departure.
Best 787 mod, probably the Horizon mod or the Curo 787-800 or the Horizon mod. LA Center, good afternoon. Southwest 333, flight level 280, descending Pacific.
Southwest 333, Los Angeles Center, roger.
280 at Schollen. Where's Schollen? Schollen is here. Are we doing 280? We are doing 280. 279. Good. For Schollen. Think a 380 will also come before April? I have no clue, dude. At this point, man, ain't no more speculating out of me. I have no clue. No damn clue, man. Take a look tonight. I think it was only the 320neo I was seeing with some generic liveries. Okay, that could make sense. Probably because they're actually... You have to remember, Jones, right? Like, people can fly an airliner that doesn't exist online, and it'll show up as like a generic because like that livery doesn't exist, right? Like, there's no Southwest A320neo, but you'll see people flying on VATSIM as a Southwest A320neo. So there's like things like that, right? That won't show up. Horizon really do be saving half of these payware planes, which is crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. SF Aviation is what it is. That's the current state of flight sim. It's disgustingly sad right now. We gotta throw out a little bit of ground spoiler here. Speed's getting a little bit away from us. Can you recommend the mini FCU for the PMDG? No. I've never tried it with the PMDG. I wouldn't. I don't know. You probably can get around it. You probably have to use like you'll probably have to use some type of plug-in software where you can change the buttons. SPAD, thank you. You'll have to use SPAD to like set it. Which I don't know. For me, hey man, if you're into that, sure, no problem. But for me, I don't know. Seems like it's way too much work, you know? Delay simulator. I mean, I think what it is, 49 Whiskies, I think everybody is just, they want to do things right. And I get it. That there's so many people using this simulator that the developers are concerned that, you know, they want their product to be day one. You know? Grandma's pie. Huge love floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much, Davis. Grandma's pie.
Yeah, I heard that. The Santa Maria altimeter 3016.
Okay, we're not taking the ILS. We can unpin that. We're going over to charts, and we are now taking the RNAV, runway 12. So that's going to be fun. We're coming in from Brecky. We're going to be descending. We're going to be at 1500 for Ryan.
Southwest 649, roger.
Should be a really cool approach, chat. Should be really, really fun. And the weather here, we do have ATIS information, Echo.
649, contact SoCal.
So we're good. And our altimeter is going to be 3013. 3013.
Southwest 649, I just did again, 127.4.
Just landed in Houston. Amazing how bad some of the default airports are. Yes, correct. What do you know about 104th Night? Hasn't broadcasted live in a while. He's, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. He switched over to Twitch. I don't think he's been live on Twitch in years either. Yeah. L Vaping. Hey, man. Just for you.
Southwest 649, SoCal departure. Turn right,
Nice,
turn direct
tasty.
Hill, climb the...
Lots of room for other devs to come in and make a better versions of the same product that came in to be said lazy devs. I do agree with you as well, Josh. Yeah. Yeah. A must-have thing, Microsoft
Flight 2214,
should do a 2020-24 as auto-gen lights on default airports. Lights on airports? I don't know. I honestly, I gotta be honest, man, I don't fly into that many default airports. I did fly into default airports at the beginning of the simulator, and I was just like, okay, yeah, no. This is exactly why we need third-party airports.
Contact SoCal approach 125.2.
125.2 Southwest 333, we'll see you. Alright, 1252 for me, but before we tune in with him, we're going to listen to the ATIS here, 2775. 2775. We'll give that a listen. Now, we do have, actually, I guess we don't need to. Never mind. We have ATIS information, Bravo. We have it right here. ATIS Echo, sorry. ATIS Echo. SoCal approach, hello, Southwest 333, descending on the Pacific 2. We've got ATIS Echo.
Southwest 333, SoCal approach, information Foxtrot now current, altimeter 3013, expect RNAV runway 12 approach.
Foxtrot 3013 will expect the RNAV 12 approach, Southwest 333. Alright. So there is a slight delay in, I guess, in updating, because you can see here, we're still on ATIS information Echo, and this is right from Pilotedge, right? So you can go VATSIM, you can go Pilotedge, you can go Real. So it's right to, right from Pilotedge. So I guess it does take a little bit for it to get updated, because we're on Foxtrot now, not Echo. So even if the AutoGen Airport's night lighting is still not right in 2020, would love to see some improvements in 2024. Hopefully, yeah. Is the PE ATIS linked to real life ATIS? I don't think so. Well, no, like it's
013, arriving and departing runway.
I don't know how they do it. I mean, it is, yes, they'll switch over. They do real life ops. So in real life, if they switch runway, they'll do it in Pilotedge as well. But I'm assuming it's pulling that weather from real life.
Contact SoCal approach 127.4.
127.4 Southwest 333. All right, 1274. Now we have info Foxtrot. SoCal approach, good afternoon, Southwest 333, information Foxtrot 15000, descending on the Pacific 2.
Southwest 333, SoCal approach, thank you for Foxtrot.
Cap, will you fly this year across the pond? Yeah, most likely, for sure, yeah.
Southwest 649, contact Los Angeles Center 125.
I can't warrant buying a scenery from somewhere. I only have to fly in a couple times a year, and the wife definitely can't warrant that. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, the beauty, Strody, is always check out flightsim.to, man. Flightsim.to has so many great freeware and tons of great options for people that don't want to spend the money on the paywares, right? Like you said, for flying into a couple times a year, which I totally understand. Now, there's no speed restrictions. We're just going to make sure the aircraft does 250 at 10, which obviously it should, but I think the Phoenix 319 and 321 will come out soon. Hopefully, man. We're weeks away, according to them. Latin VFR is just lazy. They push half-baked products just on the fact that people will buy it, mostly for the Xbox side that are starved for third-party aircraft. Yep, that's a perfect way of putting it.
649 Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain.
Now they've come out with a post and they've claimed that they're trying to make their A330 and A340 significantly better. They're going custom avionics and custom systems, so we'll see. Maybe they are trying. I don't know. Do you prefer Pilotedge over VATSIM? Depends, Julian. It really depends. I I don't know if I have a preference. I enjoy both of them. There's certain things I enjoy about Pilotedge more than I enjoy about VATSIM, and I think there's a few things as well that I prefer on VATSIM than I do on Pilotedge. For the most part, I would say for a user experience, Pilotedge is probably a little bit more professional. Again, it's an 18 plus network, so you're not going to really deal with people. Well, I can't necessarily say that, because there's all the time you actually see people that don't really comprehend what they're doing. Maybe they're in a step too deep, which kind of surprises me, to be honest with you. I'm surprised people are willing to take a chance on Pilotedge, and when they're maybe not as proficient as they should be. But I thoroughly enjoy them both. Now, I will say, Pilotedge, for me, the only people that I can really suggest Pilotedge is for the veteran. I don't think that Pilotedge is necessarily for somebody that's like just got into flight simming like this year or within the last 6 months, and they want to get ATC. Just go on VATSIM, right? Just enjoy it. I think Pilotedge is tailored towards a very a certain individual of flight simmer, somebody that's been doing this for a while, somebody that is looking for something a little bit more than what VATSIM can offer sometimes. Yeah, if you're a beginner, you should be starting off on VATSIM 100%. It's free. It's all over the world. You can pick anywhere in the world to go fly, and you can have VATSIM. You can fly with your friends, even when there's not ATC. Now, you can do the same on Pilotedge, just because you're on the network. You can still, I can still load up on an airport that, I can go fly in Europe on the Pilotedge server and still see my friends. We're not going to have any ETC, but we could still see each other and speak to each other and stuff like that, right? So Pilotedge does offer some cool things. It's not just flying in the US. You can go all over the world. Uh-oh. VATSIM also has first wings events all the time to help people learn. There you go. NavVFR making the 330 and the 340 better does nothing for those of us that bought the 320 and the 319, just leaving them as junk. Agree with you as well, John. Yeah, I agree with you as well. It's one, like I said, dude, it's right now the state of the third-party aircraft in Microsoft is abysmal. There's more products out that you have to basically mod with freeware stuff than there are actual decent ones, you know. Just started on VATSIM 2 days ago. Absolutely love it. Scary at first, but getting the hang of it now. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Just remember, everybody is human on the VATSIM network. If you're having issues or you're not understanding. 128.1 Southwest 333. Yeah, if you're having trouble, just disconnect, try again, try a different evening, you know, try a less busy airspace, something like that, right? There's tons of options, so you can, you're not stuck in it, you know? SoCal approach, good afternoon, Southwest 333, information, Foxtrot, 7000 descending on the Pacific 2.
Southwest 333, SoCal approach, cleared RNAV runway 12 approach.
Cleared RNAV runway 12 approach, Southwest 333. Okay, cleared on the RNAV. I think now at this point we can start getting frequencies plugged in. So Long Beach Tower, 1205. We may have one more on 1205, but I'm going to plug in 19.4 for Tower. 19.4. I'm going to get him ready to go. 19.4 on Tower. And we need to get some minimums plugged in here. So minimums are going to be 414. So we'll flip this over to Barrow. 414 on our minimums. We are cleared on the approach.
November 6369 Hotel SoCal approach, go ahead.
Good, 414 is set. Final approach course is going to be 121. We can set that as well. 121. 10,000 foot runway, so lots of room here. We are going to go auto brake 3 because the auto brakes are pretty useless in this airplane. 121 on this guy as well. There we go. Beautiful. And that's it. And then we can just see what we can take this down to. So obviously minimums on the approach are 414 feet. I probably want to take over at Ryan, 1,500 feet at Ryan. So that's what I'm going to aim for. I'm going to plug in 1,500 feet. I'm just going to confirm in the FMC. If we go to our legs page, if we go to Ryan, we should see Ryan at 1,500 feet, 162 knots, which we do. So that's perfect. Okay, cool. Sweet. I'm happy with all of that. I've been advancing for 6 years. I started with the old voice Kodak. Oh, yes. Yeah. Latin VRF also announced an A321 blowout, guys. A321 cargo variant. I hope Phoenix takes care of that as well. Interesting. Just started to learn more about flight sim, especially the flyby A321X. It's been a lot of YouTube videos and reading, learn how to fly this properly. Absolutely. Yeah. Take advantage of observer mode too, advancing. If there's a reason you can still fly on the network and still fly traffic with ATC. Very right with that one as well. Yeah. When is EFB going to be available on Xbox? I have no clue, man. You're going to have to go over to like the PMDG forums for that one, dude, unfortunately. I have no clue. There's the whole shipping. We were actually right there. Like the Iowa is right here, I believe. Somewhere right here is the Iowa. We were right here. Right in the middle of all of this. Old battleship. Cool as hell. I'm going to go speed intervene. I'm going to start bringing our speed back down here. Got a lot of energy right now, so we're going to go 210. Our approach speed today is going to be 154 knots as well. So that's good and set there. I always tell my VATSIM controller thanks since they're volunteering. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. You really have to do the research on the aircraft you buy these days, like reviews and such. Otherwise, you're risking the risk of getting ripped off. The Coronado PC-12 rings the bell for that one. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I agree with you. Always have to do your research. There's always going to be a YouTube video. There's always going to be something, right? Let's go flaps 1. Ground spoilers are armed with a green light. Auto brake is set. Lights are on. We have been cleared for the approach. And we've got frequency plugged in here as well. Woman 9.4. Everything is looking good, my friends. Look at that. Flying right over top of that. So cool. So cool. Place is massive, chat. We saw this in real life. There's the highway you can drive by right here. When we were driving by on the highway, it's absolutely bananas. Like, even just like this part here when you're driving by, this port, I've never, like, it's nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's massive. Absolutely massive on every scale. This is why I love flying into Long Beach, man. It offers some pretty cool approaches that you don't really get to see flying into LA and stuff. It's really, really cool.
3,700.
Alright, speed 190. Flaps 5 degrees.
Climb maintain 6,000, Seneca 31530.
It's going to hand us to tower soon. Let's go 180. Look at all the aircraft out there too. So Pilotedge has what's called drones. So these are people, these are AIs flying around to recreate what it's like with GA traffic. Helicopters, small planes. So some of these may be real people, but also some of them may also be drones. And it's really cool. It's something that offers me on Pilotedge. Gear down, flaps 15, speed back to 170.
Verified, I will turn towards Lakewood Airport.
Am I using a mesh? Nope.
Yeah, November 47 Bravo, you gotta keep your downwind a little bit tighter than that.
I'm gonna start the recording now so we can watch the whole RNAV approach and get some really cool views. So we are recording, all is set there, gear is down, flaps are 15. Now that we're in the turn as well, I'm gonna just get final approach speed plugged in.
Long Beach Tower 119.4.
Long Beach Tower 19.4, Southwest 333. Alright, slip over to tower. Let's go flaps 25 degrees. And we'll wait for through 160 knots. We'll get flaps 30, which will be our landing flaps. Use the HUD? No, ew. No HUD for me, man. But I am going to take control of the aircraft here soon, because I want to fly this approach. This is badass. We'll take control of the throttles.
2,100, and we like to
I'm going to get all my lights on. I'm going to take this down to 1,000.
November 6 Juliet, no delay expected in the hold, advise ready.
Call you ready, November 1 6 Juliet.
That's going to be so cool to see the replay. This is badass. I'm glad I started recording from there. Alright, my aircraft. Long Beach Tower, good afternoon, Southwest 333, RNAV 12.
Southwest 333, Long Beach Tower, wind 170 at 7, runway 12, cleared to land.
Runway 12, cleared to land, Southwest 333. All right, beautiful. Chat, enjoy, friends. Get the joystick came on for y'all. Enjoy, guys.
14 contact, Los Angeles Center 124.62.
Okay. I don't know what happened there, but that's why a nice little reset button. So there's the runway. We're looking good. We're a little bit high. Bring the nose down. Such a cool approach. This is why I love RNAV approaches, man. They allow you to do some really cool stuff. All right, perfect on track now. Looking good. Sounds are up. Enjoy the arrival, guys.
SoCal Road 369 Hotel is established on the coastal route southbound.
November 69er Hotel, contact SoCal approach 134.9er.
134.9.
Nice little crosswind now, 5 knots.
Thanks, Frontier by 2214. Can you give us that frequency one more time, please?
Frontier Flight 2214, 124.62.
500.
SoCal Road, this is 6369er Hotel with you at 5,500.
November 6369er Hotel, SoCal approach cleared through Los Angeles Bravo airspace via coastal route southbound. Maintain VFR at 5,500 while inside Bravo airspace. The Los Angeles altimeter 3013.
200.
Cleared through class low. Thank you.
100. 50, 40, 30,
Frontier Flight 2214, Los Angeles Center, climb to maintain bubble 390.
Oh boy. A little bit balloony. Got to get used to the new sensitivities here.
Southwest 649, cross lines.
Reversers, nose down gently. Floaty on that one. Lots of runway though. We're okay. Nuts, reverser stowed, braking. Should be able to vacate here to the left, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome down to Long Beach. A little bit floaty.
649 Los Angeles.
Still in the touchdown zone, but a little bit floaty on that one. No doubt. I got to get used to the new sensitivities.
Third call, cross Misen at flight level 240.
Got to get used to the new sensitivities. It's going to take a little bit for me to get used to them.
Calling for clearance, God.
November 86 Kilo Mike.
It's legal, who cares? Nah, it's still float. Still float. But you can see I was struggling a little bit with the sensitivities. You can see we were a little bit high on the approach too at some points.
November 86 Kilo Mike, SoCal departure, standby.
Alright, we vacated on to Lima. I don't know. So 333 vacated Lima.
Southwest 333 taxi to parking via Lima, monitor ground.
Lima, monitor ground. Thanks for ATC. Southwest 333. Alright, monitor ground. Ground is going to be on... $33 nothing. Good. What new sensitivities? Did I miss something? Yeah, dude, my sensitivities were all out of whack when I started flying the the A300. So I reset my sensitivities, and now they feel much better. But this airplane now flies a little bit heavy, so I got to get used to it. There's a lot less of a flare. I actually may change it to -20 and see what that feels like.
Tower Baron 1947 Bravo, clear of runway 27, taxi to General Aviation Parking.
All right, we're going to Lima into the ramp. We want to take stand.
Taxiing via Charlie Hotel, monitoring
6.
ground 47 Bravo.
Right, we should be going in right here. Let's kill all the lights. Good. APU's coming on. What's the difference in the reactivity settings between 100 and 0? Well, it's exactly what it is, Chris. So the reactivity. So how quickly does it react, right? So if you want things to feel a little bit heavier, you're going to want to put your reactivity a little bit lower.
7.4, squawk 4357, hold for release.
Remember 86 kilobyte clear to Monterey as filed. Maintain 5000, expect 430 in 10. Departure 127.4 and squawk 4350.
That's 4, we're going to 6. What do you use for VATSIM model matching? FSLTL.
4357.
Southwest, correction, Southwest 649, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
November Alpha 6 Juliet, Juliet is ready to exit hold.
November 146 Juliet, Juliet, climb and maintain 4000.
Climb maintain 4000, November Alpha 6 Juliet, Juliet.
Southwest 649, Los Angeles Center, descend via Rounders to arrival, runway 26 left, transition, Las Vegas, altimeter 3002.
Where's he going, chat? Rounders 26 left, transition.
Southwest 649, sounds like you stepped on me there, descend via the Rounders to arrival, runway 26 left, transition, the Las Vegas, altimeter 3002.
Alrighty, park brake is on, EPU is on, bleeds and gens are on, good, engine number 2 is off, engine number 1 is off, ladies and gentlemen, welcome down, anti-collision light comes off as well, there we have it, request deboarding, beautiful, so reactivity, how quickly it reacts to the sensitivities equals how much it reacts, I believe so, Brendan, I believe so, I'm actually going to change this now. Because that still felt a little bit too heavy for me on the arrival.
The VOR Alpha approach, you were not cleared for it.
Over here, we're going to turn that down. I'm going to actually bump this down to -20. And I'm going to try with that. It's continuously tweaking for this aircraft. Every aircraft feels different. I think -20 is going to feel good. We may even go back, but I'm going to try -20 for the next flight. That's why this week's going to be a little bit of a testing out period. I didn't know that my sensitivities got all out of whack. We only discovered that when I was flying the A300 a couple weeks ago, and it felt really weird. And somebody suggested I open up my settings, and I opened up the settings anyways. You could clearly see that the sensitivities were like super weird. Like one was like +14, one was like -17. It was all out of whack. It was super weird. So God knows how long I had been flying the 737 under those circumstances as well. So pretty crazy. Guys, if you did enjoy that, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. I don't know if we're going to hit our goal of 300 likes today, but thank you everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's flying on the Pilotedge network. Always a great time when we get to jump up onto the network. We do have a replay of that arrival as well, so let's not waste any time with the GSX stuff. All right, let's go inside the aircraft. Let's go ahead and just get this in a turnaround state. So I'm going to go to GSX. We're going to restart the Kutao script. Good. And then what we'll do is we'll come down here. We'll go to return, FS actions. No, sorry. PMDG setup, panel state load. And we're going to go with final. And we'll execute that. Airplane's going to load up. Flaps are going to go all the way back down. Is this the best scenery for Long Beach? Yeah, I think there's a freeware one, Remy, that you might be able to check out. Again, this one's okay. It's not my favorite as far as scenery goes. Oh, I don't know why we're getting all glitched out. It's not my favorite for the way that scenery goes, but I don't know why it got all glitched out on itself there. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of have a hard time suggesting this one, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Skyline used to do really good work, but I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. All right, flaps should be all the way down, which they are. Good, and we'll go ahead and put the play button. Beautiful. So let's watch like one view from a wing view here coming in. We'll watch the entire arrival coming in. Should look real nice, and we can say our outros, and then we'll just save the short final and we can watch the approach from there. But mods, donators, and sponsors, thank you all so much for your support this weekend. I truly do appreciate it. Without you guys here, none of this would be possible. So seriously, thank you all very, very much for supporting the streams. You guys are the backbone. You guys are the ones that allow me to do this. Some huge donations again today as well. Matthew O, Cucumber Pilot, and everybody else too coming in with the gifted members. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I appreciate every single person. To everybody else that cannot donate with a monetary value but donates with your time, your effort, being in here in stream, every stream, smashing down the thumbs up button, flying with us whenever you can on VATSIM or whatever it may be. I want to thank you guys. There was also like 5 or 6 departures with us today out of Long Beach, so that was really cool to see that. I don't know if I've seen so many people on Pilotedge flying out of Long Beach over to Sacramento with us, so that was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So if you guys do have Pilotedge subscriptions, or you are curious about Pilotedge, you want more information, you can put !PE in chat and then follow the Nightbot command. I do believe for those of you that are over 18, there is a there's the LA River, by the way. There is a free trial. I believe that if you do sign up with the expectation that you're going to continue, there is a free trial that comes with it as well.
Cheers,
so,
CPT.
Austin,
thanks for being an inspiration to all.
Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support as well. Incredibly kind. Really do appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was a really cool RNAV approach. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Again, just dialing in our sensitivities. I feel like by the end of the week, we also haven't flown this aircraft in like a month and a half. So by the end of the week, we'll dial in our sensitivities and we'll have it a little bit smoother. Not that there was anything wrong with that, just a little bit of a heavy flare because it wasn't reacting the way that I was. So yeah. The Lisbon scenery killed me on FPS while landing. Oof, that's not good, man. I don't know if I've had that problem in Lisbon, but anyways, guys, it was a true pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, of course, with this wonderful RNAV approach into runway 12 into Long Beach. We'll watch the landing here from this view, and then we'll go ahead and get some, let me pin right here for the rest of our replays, and then we'll be able to watch this one. For those of you that are around for our Thursday evening streams, we're going to be playing City Skylines 2 tonight. Sorry, losing my voice. And we haven't played that yet on stream, so it should be a good one. We did play the original City Skylines, so if you guys are into the city builders and that type of stuff, please do come hang out this evening. It should be a lot of fun. Something very different than Flight Sim, as I promised. Every second Thursday stream, we would be playing something new and something different other than Flight Sim to kind of see what you guys were interested in and see if there's anybody that is interested in some of that. Could have been a little bit of a heavy flare there, and that kind of set us all off, and then, but I mean, not too bad otherwise. Still a little bit floaty, but within the touchdown zone, well within the touchdown zone, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. Was a great arrival. I had a lot of fun with that flight. I love being able to do RNAV approaches and stuff like that as well. So, alrighty guys, enjoy the replays, enjoy the outro, and I look forward to seeing you guys all tonight. And if I don't see you tonight, I look forward to seeing you guys all on Saturday. Happy landings, my friends. See ya.